The matriarch has forced me to do something way beyond my ability, so I'm thankful for the Great Elder and the Second Elder not turning their back on me, and having Elder Martial Brother Chan Wu and Junior Martial Sister Yenner to come assist me. I've heard that Elder Martial Brother Chan Wu is familiar with the branch in the city of Tsufing. Is there anything you can tell me about it? Just call me by my full name. I've been appointed by my master to assist Branch Master Xie, and as one of your subordinates, I can't accept being addressed as Elder Martial Brother. Second Elder's disciple, Ji Chan Wu. Very well, I'll call you Chan Wu. Chan Wu, tell me about the city of Tsufing. Yes, the city of Tsufing is quite uneventful to say the least. Tsufing is located in the Jiangnan administrative region of the Han Empire. The mines there produce a special type of cold iron used to forge magic weaponry, and for a long time, this industry has been secretly controlled by the local power Great River Alliance. The Great River Alliance is an alliance composed of factions from 7 or 8 small cities near Tsufing. While it is ranked low among the prestigious houses of the Han Empire, it controls the waterways under the constraints imposed by the imperial court, and as a local bigwig, it is not to be belittled. Just a few years ago, Wei Rideo had a conflict with a leader of the Great River Alliance for some unknown reason, justifiably injured him, and opened a branch in Tsufing. Since then, the sect elders used their personal connections to establish contact with important members of the imperial court, forcibly snap the city of Tsufing from the Great River Alliance's clutches, and get a portion of the cold iron or mining rights. Thanks to Wei Rideo's governance, our sect's Tsufing branch has greatly solidified its place, and all the big and small powers in the city have adopted a fawning attitude towards us. I reckon Branch Master Xie will get a lot of courtesy from the small powers when you take up office. Is that so? I don't really care if I get any courtesies or not, but now that Wei Rideo is dead and I'm taking her place as Branch Master, are you sure I'll manage to do so smoothly, Chan Wu? No matter how weak the Great River Alliance is, it shouldn't take much effort to take down a martial artist like me who's not even reached the innate realm, right? You're worrying too much, Branch Master Xie. They can't afford to mess with the Maching sect, otherwise, the sect master wouldn't feel comfortable assigning you to the city of Tsufing. I see, but I'm still a little uneasy about the Great River Alliance, so you'll have to keep a close eye on them for me, Chan Wu. Although the matriarch wouldn't put me in harm's way, the more cards I have, the better. The Xue Lu could have been of help, but that old fox, Heaven 3, seems to be deliberately avoiding me, and I wasn't able to get in touch with him before I left. Otherwise I wouldn't rely on this Ji Chan Wu. I'll do as the branch master wishes. Elder Martial Brother Ji, from now on, I'll deeply appreciate you running errands for me. After all, this guy may look simple-mindedly loyal with impeccable conduct, but it's hard to tell loyalty from deception. If I had received any negative emotions from him, I wouldn't have dared to leave him by my side. Sure, Yenner is much easier to get along with. She's so simple that as long as I don't piss her off, everything will be fine. A few days later, city of Tsufing. Lakeside, flowing water pavilion. Branch Master. These two are the local Huixing money shop banker Zhao, and the Changhe clan's head Wu. The Changhe clan controls most of the inns and taverns in the city of Tsufing, and the flowing water pavilion is the property of head Wu. I've long heard of young Lord Xie's distinguished name, but now that I've met you today, I see your reputation is truly well deserved. You deeply flatter me. In my opinion, with young Lord Xie's talents, I'm afraid that the 5 beauties and 4 princes in the Han Empire will soon become the 5 beauties and 5 princes. These are the local Huafeng Madam Hao, and the gambling house's manager Fang. Long have we heard of young Master Xie's outstanding noble and handsome appearance and natural talent. In seeing you today, I see that you're truly most remarkable. You're too kind. The way these guys are treating me is not so much sucking up, but more like pandering. Chan Wu, didn't you say these people would be full of courtesies? But all they did was say some nice words and nothing else whatsoever. I don't suppose the Maching sect will have to pay for this meal, will it? Branch Master, the conduct of these guys is a bit subtle, but I'm just a newcomer here, so I don't have a clear grasp of the situation. I only know that they weren't like this when Wei Rideo was in power. It looks like the situation in the city of Tsufing isn't that stable either, but that's good, because if it were too stable, it'd be no fun. Branch Master, I'll investigate them after the feast. Yeah, go check them out. By the way, Chan Wu, that thing they were talking about just now, the 5 beauties and 4 princes, what's it about? The Branch Master is actually unaware? The 5 beauties and 4 princes hail from the various sects of the Han Empire, and are the most prominent of the young generation in the Han Empire, all of them with cultivation at the 9th layer of the acquired realm. It can be said that these 9 people will shape the destiny of the martial arts world in the Han Empire for decades to come. In addition, among them, the branch master's wife, elder martial sister Qin Xinxi, is known as the magical dignified beauty. Maching sect, the magical dignified beauty, Qin Xinxi. The magical dignified beauty? It turns out Qin Xinxi is really famous. Sounds about right. Qin Xinxi's body is indeed as springy as a konjac. Huh, isn't that Miss Xie Yan of the Maching sect? Elder martial brother Chan Wu, the water lilies here are beautiful. Junior martial sister Yenner has never seen a water lily before, so I suppose she's very excited to see one for the first time. I was wondering where she'd gone, so she went to pick up water lilies. Don't think about it, that girl looks quite pretty this way. A poem should be recited at a time like this. Huh. It's the gentle dignified prince, Xie Yan. That woman with the mask on. I heard that the divine dignified beauty recently came to the city of Tsufing with the gentle dignified prince. She must be the divine dignified beauty Xie Yan. It's the gentle dignified prince. It's my most beloved gentle dignified prince. I can't believe I'm seeing him in person. How embarrassing, he'll find out I'm infatuated with him. Here you go, a very beautiful water lily. That'll do it, right? Thank you for your gift, miss. I like it very much. The beautiful and young girl from a humble home parts the cold water on her magnolia boat. The lotus flowers reflect her looks, and their leers by her fragrance dyed. Holding a lotus flower in her hand, to the gentleman she offers it, wishing to wear a beautiful dress made from them. I gift you this poem as a token of appreciation from my humble self. Oh, you're too kind, young Lord Ji. The poem was very lovely and I liked it very much. I'm glad you like it. Forgive my rudeness, but may I know your name? My name is Xie Yan, and I'm the last direct disciple of the great elder of the Maching sect. That's the gentle dignified prince, Xie Yan? That guy's style is similar to mine. As the main character, the most annoying thing is when there's a character clash. But compared to Xie Yan, that masked woman Xie Yan seems to attract me more. Not the kind of attraction between male and female, but rather a dim feeling that there's something about her that's calling out to me. Young Lord Ji, what brings you here today? Greetings, fellow seniors. I haven't seen you for a few days, young Lord Ji. You look even more elegant than ever. I heard that my fellow seniors would be gathered here with the newly appointed Tsufing branch master from the Maching sect, so I came along with junior martial sister Xie to pay my respects. You were looking for me? Who is this? This is young Lord Xie, the new master of the Tsufing branch from the Maching sect. Forgive me for my lack of courtesy, but I didn't come here to meet branch master Xie, but to ask my fellow seniors for a favor. Young Lord Ji, you actually have a favor to ask of us? As the contemporary chief disciple of the Taishan sect, something that even he can't do likely won't be simple. Why don't you tell us about your request, young Lord Ji? Let me listen to what he has to say first, but if it's too dangerous, it'd be best to pass it up. Not long ago, the chief disciple of the Dejing sect, Yanjia, murdered his master, massacred his entire sect and fled the martial arts world. As you all know, the Dejing sect is a subordinate sect of the Buddhist Xinjai, so if something happens to it, the Buddhist Xinjai will naturally take care of it, and junior martial sister Xie will take charge. Yanjia was originally an exceptional prodigy of the Dejing sect who had a bright future ahead of him. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, he got a fragment of the mantra of the 6 demonic desires, an esoteric demonic sect technique. As a result, his temperament drastically changed, and he embraced the so-called method of cutting off one's worldly attachments to advance to the innate realm, massacring his entire sect. It is truly tragic and despicable. Yanjia is at the 9th layer of the acquired realm, and combined with his demonic power boost, he will be very difficult to deal with. However, a few days ago, he was intercepted by junior martial sister Xie, and his whereabouts are unknown after he escaped with serious injuries, and now we've ascertained that he's in the city of Tsufing. Demonic cultivator Yanjia? He betrayed his sect? And he's here in Tsufing? Does young Lord Ji wish for our aid? But I'm just a simple brothel keeper. I'd be more than happy to help with all this fighting and killing, but I lack the power to do so. It's strange that Xie Yan, being of the Taishan sect, is getting involved in the affairs of the Buddhist Xinjai. It seems the rumors were right, that Xie Yan is indeed wooing Xie Yan. My fellow seniors, you worry too much. Naturally, I'm not asking you to confront Yanjia head-on, putting people who have nothing to do with it in harm's way is something that I, Yuntao, would feel beneath my dignity. I'm not afraid of that punk, but I fear that with his notoriously wicked temperament, he'll prey on my disciples. Young Lord Xie and Lady Xie have been in Tsufing for a few days now. Could this Yanjia have already left? Naturally not. Junior Marshal Sister Xie left some devices on him to vaguely determine his location. His whereabouts have remained basically unchanged for the past few days. Yanjia is badly wounded, so he won't easily change his hiding place, and he's hiding behind a human face mask, thinking he can conceal his identity from us by some lucky fluke. From what young Lord Xie said, you've already found out where Yanjia is hiding. Since we aren't required to partake in the plan to surround and kill him, it seems we're not needed, right? No matter what plan Xie Yuntao has, we need to stop him from getting us involved in the killing of Yanjia. Junior Marshal Sister Xie could only determine his general location, but since Yanjia is wearing a human face mask, we can't pinpoint it accurately. It is impossible for Yanjia to avoid the fact that your businesses cover almost everything related to food, clothing, housing and transportation in the city of Tsufing. I need information on the movement of people in all your respective businesses over the past half-month. With this information, coupled with Junior Marshal Sister Xie's senses, I'm sure we can find Yanjia in this vast sea of people. No problem, it's but a trifling matter. It's my honor to help you, young Lord Xie. That's easy. If Yanjia visited the Huafeng, there must be a record of it. This Yanjia is a most heinous villain. We're duty-bound to do our part. So he just wanted information. I can do this kind of favor. Then I thank you all on behalf of Junior Marshal Sister Xie. Having brought this up, that demon, Yanjia, was born into a righteous sect, and has always been taught the principles of benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and faith. If he hadn't been led astray by the demonic sect's wickedness, would he have committed such an utterly unconscionable crime that would make anyone have the right to duly punish him? Xie Yuntao, this is a banquet for the branch master of our sect. What do you mean by demon and demonic sect's wickedness? Are you looking down on our marching sect? Xie Yuntao was indeed insinuating. I knew he was being cleverly sarcastic as soon as he opened his mouth. But why is Ji Chanwu being so impulsive? He's not acting as smoothly as he did before. And judging by their names, they're not related, are they? Yanjia is a brutal savage. If he's not a demon, then who is? However, even though he's a demon, that he has nothing to do with the marching sect is something I and Junior Marshal Sister Xie know very well. Chanwu, you don't need to be so sensitive. Xie Yuntao, don't pretend you're innocent. Couldn't you go find these seniors anytime? Why did you only come now and took no notice of the branch master? Are you insulting our sect? This Ji Chanwu looks as if he's defending the dignity of the marching sect, but he's actually trying to force me to call Xie Yuntao out. I don't like Xie Yuntao either, and I was going to criticize him a little bit, but Ji Chanwu jumped out on his own, so now it's a different story. Chanwu, you're thinking too much. It was just more convenient to meet them all here. Besides, there's a difference between righteousness and demonicness, so we can't ask a demonic sect to capture a demon. That's why we didn't want to bother Branch Master Xie. That's not true, Brother Yuntao. Yanjia is a brutal savage who betrayed his master and went against his ancestral teachings. Such a person wouldn't be tolerated by my sect either, so I don't see any issue with apprehending a guy like that. Brother Yuntao, you wouldn't think that the demon you used to characterize Yanjia and the demon in my sect's name are one and the same, would you? I'd be glad to hear your thoughts. Our sect is an illustrious sect recognized by the imperial court. If every such sect had people just like Yanjia, who are capable of incurring the greatest popular indignations, and give anyone the right to duly punish them, wouldn't that mean that the imperial court is blind? Brother Yuntao, what's your opinion? It's just as Branch Master Xie said. This Xie Yan is kind of interesting. In today's world, the illustrious sects recognized by the Han imperial court, regardless of whether they're righteous or demonic, just have different philosophies. The so-called righteous and demonic sects aren't a distinction between good and evil. Righteousness is the way of honesty, meaning that the righteous techniques are pure and long established, just like a grand, straightforward path, most ideal for those who steadily train. While demonicness is the way of mystery, meaning that the demonic techniques are magnificent and magical, just like going out on a limb through steep, bumpy and treacherous mountain peaks. But by blazing a new trail, one might find a way to climb to the top and get an awe-inspiring bird's-eye view at the very summit. So if any of you gentlemen are unable to achieve any results with normal cultivation, you can come have a try at the marching sect. That's an interesting way of putting it, I'd expect nothing else from a branch master, always eager to attract new disciples. However, even though demonic techniques make it possible to find a different way of doing things, there are often unexpected costs or circumstances that can easily cause people to dramatically change their nature. In fact, Yanjia is a living example. Junior Martial Sister Xie, you don't like to be persistently in contact with people from demonic sects, so you must be very tired of this trip, right? Not to the point of boredom, but... After examining this branch master Xie carefully, I realized that Elder Martial Sister Xie really admires beautiful things. This Xie Daoyun didn't say anything the whole time, but as soon as she did, she mentioned Qin Xinzi. Do they know each other? Junior Martial Sister Xie, let's be on our way. Gentlemen, Junior Martial Sister Xie and I'll be quietly waiting for good tidings at the Panlion. Young Lord Ji and Lady Xie, take care. Young Lord Ji left so soon. Young Lord Ji is gone, but we still have Branch Master Xie. Apart from that Xie Daoyun being very cold, I was unable to perceive anything else about her, and that Ji Yuntao is polite on the surface, but underneath he shouldn't be a simple man, that they didn't come earlier or afterwards to meet these local notables, but came exactly when they were holding the welcome bouquet for me. Do they take me for a fool? Branch Master Xie, we'll be taking our leave now, as the situation with Yanjia may take an unexpected turn at any time. A villain like Yanjia can't be allowed to stay in the city of Tsufing. The sooner young Lord Ji finishes him off, the better. That's understandable, you guys can go about your business. These bigwigs of the city of Tsufing are somewhat devious. I don't need you here, go back first, Chan Wu and I have something to discuss. Yes. Young Lord Ji, you seem to like water lilies, so I picked some more. Eh? Where's young Lord Ji? You've been picking water lilies for an hour, they've already left. I'm going to see young Lord Ji off. That girl, Xie Yan, has obsession for Ji Yuntao written all over her face, whatever will come next. Branch Master Xie, this Ji Yuntao from the Tai Xian sect doesn't give a damn about our sect. I really stand idly by and watch. Oh? The demonic cultivator, Yanjia, isn't to be underestimated, so in my view, maybe we can use him to bring Ji Yuntao down a peg? Ji Wucheng, you're quite pleased with yourself, aren't you? Pleased with myself? I'm not sure what the branch master means. The dignity of our sect isn't to be humiliated lightly, so you thought that if you jumped out on your own and pointed out Ji Yuntao's insinuations, I would have to shed all pretense of cordiality with him, didn't you? Branch master? Protecting the dignity of the Maching sect is what I should be doing as branch master, but I prefer not to be taken advantage of. I don't care what kind of grudge you have against Ji Yuntao. The next time you want to use me, you better think about whether you have the right to do so or not. As an insignificant pawn, where did you get the impression that you were a chess player? Tell me, what's going on? Don't say you have nothing to do with Ji Yuntao. Please forgive me, branch master. I do have a relationship with Ji Yuntao. Ji Yuntao and I belong to the same family, the Ji family in Jiangnan. He's my cousin. Among the younger generation of the Ji family, Ji Yuntao is the most outstanding one. Ji Yuntao is a very arrogant guy and the family members his age aren't fond of him. Anyway, the two of us have never been on good terms, so to keep him out of my sight, I simply ran away from home, joined the Maching sect and seldom return. Arrogant? Aren't fond of him? Actually, they're just losers who are jealous of Mr. Perfect. In my past life there were many losers who said I was arrogant too. I don't know what possessed me. I'm already a disciple of the Maching sect, but I'm still dwelling on the past, even trying to use the sect to suppress Ji Yuntao. I have committed a grave sin, branch master, please punish me. That's the way, I like to hear the truth, finger of nirvana. Branch master, this. I healed your face, but the same mistake isn't to happen again, do you hear me? Thank you, branch master, I'll never do it again. Okay, tell me about the relationship between Xie Daoyun and Ji Yuntao. The capture of Yanjia is Xie Daoyun's business, but Ji Yuntao is actively participating as a disciple of the Tai Xian sect. Don't tell me they're having an affair? It's a long story, so I'll start with the Buddhist Xinzhai, which Xie Daoyun belongs to. The Buddhist Xinzhai is the oldest sect in the Han Empire, rumored to possess a 1,000-year-old inheritance. The reason why the Buddhist Xinzhai has lasted through the ages is that, in addition to its own inheritance of mysterious skills, it has the support of someone else. Legend has it that every 100 years, a reincarnated saint from the primordial god star will appear in the Han Empire, who will lead the way in unifying the righteous and the demonic, and every 100 years, the Buddhist Xinzhai will assign a descendant to seek this reincarnated individual. Xie Daoyun is the descendant of this generation. Xie Daoyun has traveled around the world with many young talents, and Ji Yuntao is the one who has spent the most time with her. Many believe that Ji Yuntao is the reincarnation of this generation. However, I believe that this claim was mostly spread by Ji Yuntao himself, for the purpose of courting Xie Daoyun. Oh, so did Ji Yuntao ever get to court Xie Daoyun? I don't think so. No matter how outstanding Ji Yuntao is, Xie Daoyun has already seen many who are just like him. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think they were behaving very intimately, so I guess they're just friends. Alright, no more gossip. I'm somewhat interested in what Ji Yuntao said today. Keep an eye on those local big shots, and pay special attention to when Ji Yuntao and the others will attack Yanjia. Understood, I'll get right on it. I can't wait to see it. How much talent does Ji Yuntao truly have in comparison to his reputation? 2 days later. It turns out that Yanjia has been hiding in Head Wu's Rujian, disguised as a traveling merchant. This guy really knows how to conceal his presence, since he hasn't left Tsufing for so many days. The surrounding population has been dispersed, right? Don't worry, Yanjia is the only one left in this vicinity besides us. So what if Yanjia's martial arts are great? Not as much as a peep happens in Tsufing without me knowing. Come on, if Ji Yuntao hadn't given you 3 suspicious locations to investigate, would you even know where Yanjia was hiding? Then Yanjia wouldn't have been found without me. Oh, if Head Wu is so tough, why didn't you go ahead and capture Yanjia with your own hands? Manager Fang must be joking. Finding Yanjia's location was just a way to please Ji Yuntao. Whether it's the Taishian sect, the Buddhist Xinjiai, or the Maching sect, they're all outsiders to us. And since they're outsiders, what's the rush to help? We just need to maintain our relationship. That's exactly right. Now, we just have to stand aside and watch the show. Oh, you have a show going on, yet you didn't even call me? It's just the capture of Yanjia. What's there to see? And if we're going to talk about something to look at, wouldn't it be much better to look at Branch Master Xie? If it was just someone as insignificant as Yanjia, there'd be really nothing to see. But the moon tonight is nice. Yanjia, it's pointless to hide any longer. Come out. Ji Yuntao, you're really just like a ghost that refuses to leave. You're going to all this trouble for that Xie Daoyun? How rude, but since you're about to die, I'll let you indulge yourself for a while. Huh, someone's locking me with their spiritual power. Wait, it's not coming from Ji Yuntao's direction, it's coming from the sky. A clear sword intent untouched by worldly affairs. It's Xie Daoyun's celestial intuition sword technique. But if I got away from you once, I'll get away again. Is that the mantra of the 6 demonic desires? I wonder if it can match the Buddhist Xinjiai's martial art, the celestial intuition sword technique. It's said that the mantra of the 6 demonic desires is an esoteric technique from the 2nd demonic sect, the manhwa sect, and even though it's incomplete, you can still feel its bizarreness. The so-called 6 desires, seeing, hearing, smelling, speaking, touching, and thinking, are human survival instincts themselves, and the purpose of the mantra of the 6 demonic desires is to hone one's will by continuously confronting these 6 desires. Ultimately, one can cut off and even control these 6 desires, and let one's spirit transcend the mundane. Mantra of the 6 demonic desires. Desire for smell. Those who've successfully practiced the mantra of the 6 demonic desires can control other people's 6 desires so that they can't see, hear, smell, speak, feel, or think. Mantra of the 6 demonic desires. Desire for taste, desire for touch. And those who completely master it can even manifest their 6 desires just like now. However, it's still not as good as Xie Daoyun's astounding sword technique. The mantra of the 6 demonic desires can control other people's 5 senses and even materialize one's own 6 desires to attack enemies. If it was me who had to capture Yanjia, I'm afraid I'd not necessarily be a match for him. The so-called 5 beauties and 4 princes are really quite powerful. Moreover, I feel that she's attracting me again. Xie Daoyun, one day I'll figure out the secret behind the thing around your neck. It seems that while I was tirelessly healing my wounds, Xie Daoyun's power has improved further. It's unfortunate that the mantra of the 6 demonic desires I've learned is incomplete. Without the desire to think mantra, I can't put up a good fight against her sword attacks. And if I were to just turn around and flee, under the celestial intuition sword technique spiritual lock, there's no way for me to dodge, hide, or live. Only when I get rid of the spiritual lock can I use that move. Seeing, touching, hearing, smelling, speaking, 5 desires combination illusory body. Yanjia has already practiced the 5 desires combination illusory body? No wonder he was able to escape from Xie Daoyun before. The so-called 6 desires are actually related to the 6 mortal forms, and can be considered as an integral part of the foundation of human beings. And if you can completely control the 6 desires, you can give birth to a body from your own mind and live anew. If you can control 5 of the 6 desires, you'll be able to detach from your own being to create an illusory body that can break free from the spiritual lock. It's truly unfathomable. Oh no, it looks like Yanjia is going to run away again. Xie Yan, it's time for you to take action. It's really unpleasant to use this move, since it's more painful than just taking a sword blow from her. But at least I can save my life with it, so it's better than nothing. Xie Yan, oh Xie Yan, regardless of how brilliant you are, you never imagined I'd be able to practice the 5 desires combination illusory body, right? The 2 of you won't be enough to kill me today. Humph? I've kept you waiting, Junior Martial Sister Xie. Tai Xian Sect Esoteric Technique. True heavenly mantra of the primordial god. What's going on? This is the Tai Xian Sect's true heavenly mantra of the primordial god. It's that Xie Yan, his true heavenly mantra of the primordial god can spiritually suppress its victims. It's a devious technique designed to subdue demonic practitioners. Demons and monsters have nowhere to hide. I never thought that Xie Yan had already practiced the true heavenly mantra of the primordial god. My death was inevitable. Branch Master, are you alright? I'm fine. That illusion had some of the power of those during the battle between the matriarch and the high priestess of the blissful temple. Is Xie Yan really only at the 9th layer of the acquired realm? If I hadn't leaned against the railing, I'd have been humiliated. The divine impact of Zen was completely unresponsive. I'm pretty much powerless to resist such an attack at the spiritual level. Branch Master, the true heavenly mantra of the primordial god can be restrained and released at will. It won't affect the innocent under control. That bastard Xie Yan must have done it on purpose. He's trying to hammer us. Ji Chanwu is still trying to incite me with his remarks. But he's right. Xie Yan was deliberately trying to intimidate everyone, including me, with the intensity of that move. I've always been benevolent to others, but I'm not so honest that I'd greet someone with a broad smile who's dropped in to bully me. My apologies, everyone, but I'm new to the true heavenly mantra of the primordial god, and I lost the hang of it for a short while, so it affected those of you who were uninvolved. Not at all, young Lord Ji fought very well. As expected of young Lord Ji, the damage is much less than I anticipated. It's young Lord Ji, after all. Brother Yantao is truly amazing. In terms of martial arts, you're able to vanquish vile fiends with a flick of your hand, and in terms of writing, you're able to pen down romance. I'm able to pen down romance. What does Branch Master Xie mean by that? Don't try to hide it, Brother Yantao. When I was in Jiangling, I had the pleasure of reading a few of Deja Vu's romance novels. Isn't there a rumor on the streets that this Deja Vu is Brother Yantao? I've long admired your striking literary talent. I've heard about this Deja Vu who writes romance novels. There's indeed a rumor that Deja Vu is Xie Yan from the Tai Xian sect. Young Lord Ji absolutely hates it when people mention this rumor. Is Branch Master Xie from the Maching sect trying to pick a fight with him? Branch Master Xie, there's no need to discuss these hearsay rumors. What Junior Martial Sister Xie said is very true. You overexerted your mind using the Celestial Intuition Sword technique tonight, so why do we have to take trouble discussing this further? I'd rather see you off early to get some rest. Thank you for your trouble, Elder Martial Brother Ji. We'll take our leave, gentlemen. I won't bother to see you off. A few days later. After the last sour parting, neither any local factions nor Xie Yan have made any moves. The branch is being managed neatly with Ji Changwu's help. I underestimated him before, but without Ji Changwu's help, I wouldn't have figured out the situation of the branch so quickly. He's good at everything, but is too obsessed with Xie Yan. If Xie Yan had a system, he would probably receive origin points from Ji Chanwu 24 hours a day. Ji Chanwu can be useful, but if I want to completely bring him under control, Xie Yan can be a hurdle for him to stride over. Xie Yan is Xie Yan's fangirl and runs over to his residence every day. Luckily, she's not in charge of the branch, otherwise she would have sent all the forces in Tsufing out to win Xie Yan's favor. Love makes women dumb. Xie Yan has completely forgot that she was sent by the Great Elder to keep me in balance. Casting aside these two inner worries, the situation isn't optimistic by any stretch. The attitude of the local factions is neither hostile nor friendly, and they have always been respectful toward me, with no obvious intention to oppose me, but they're no longer as obedient as they were when Wei Rodeo presided over them. It won't be long before the annual Xie Yan meeting where every year they divide up the proceeds. In the past, the largest share in Tsufing has gone to the marching sect, but I'm afraid this year Ji Yuntao and Xie Daoyun have been staying in Tsufing all this time, and I don't know what their purpose is. The city of Tsufing appears to be calm and peaceful, but in reality, there's rather a bit of sense of movement brewing in the background. There's really no quick way to overcome the situation for a while. Might isn't equal to people after all. Since there's nothing else to do right now, I'd better go to another small world and harvest some suckers. It's really slow to gather origin points in the main world. I've only gone up about 400 points since returning from the world of Kunxiong, and it's not nearly enough to upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords to level 4. The random world finder has found the world of Tongling. To travel to this world, 500 origin points will be spent. 500? Why did it go up so much? It was only 50 origin points before. Activating the realm travel function, calculating route. Do you wish to travel to the discovered world of Tongling? System, what's going on? This is extortion. Shit, not answering me back, you're being awfully reserved. If I exclude the possibility of the system inflating prices, from the previous rounds of traveling, the more origin points spent, the higher the level of the world. Being 500 origin points now indicates that the world of Tongling is much more difficult. And the more difficult it is, the higher the profit I can get, but the greater the consequent risk. But I can always choose to return, so at most I'll go bankrupt, but not die. I'm in. 500 origin points have been used. Realm travel function Astra Ted. World of Tongling. The only son of the Xie group Xie Yan, soul replacement succeeded. Oh, look at this outfit. A modern world setting, is it? But what's this all about? Was the original owner having some kind of ghost story rally with this bunch? Then rumor has it that the little girl's resentment has lingered on that doll and never faded away. Yet anyone unlucky enough to see that cursed doll will be hanged without fail. The cursed doll may be prowling our neighborhood right now, looking for its next victim. The performance was pompous, the dialogue was dull, the plot was cliched, and the story was terribly told. Thank goodness it was the original owner listening. Memory import. Starting. Let's see who the me in this world is first. The original owner is a good-looking child of a nouveau riche family. Both his parents are abroad, he lives alone, is actually quite modest, though not very good at socializing, and a pure and single as fuck virgin whose handsomeness is wasted on him. He doesn't have any enemies, nor did he have any special experiences. This world is also a very ordinary modern world. This simple and boring setting actually cost me 500 origin points. Bien Gui. Long Tao. As for the others, they're all members of an outdoor club added by the original owner on a social networking app, and today is the day they decided to go out camping. But this whole camping trip is just a sorority these people came up with in order to date Jiang Xiaolan. In other words, the original owner is really just the silly son of a rich family. According to the memory of Jiang Xiaolan's behavior, she's obviously a woman who's unbelievably proficient at making herself irresistible to men and simultaneously an expert at seducing the guys in the entire club. Bien Gui, you're too good at this. I'm a little scared. Leaving the whole aside for now, why don't I see what the quest is? Loading quest. Lin Feng, the Ghost King, who had been deceased for 1,000 years, has been reborn inside one of his descendants, only to find him destitute, begging for a living and calling a hovel for his home for years on end. On the other hand, the descendants of his former servants are celebrated and lead voluptuous lives. The Ghost King, in his rage, vowed to kill all the servants who betrayed their lord. Issuing quest. Exterminate the Ghost King, Lin Feng. Within half a year. During that time, don't leave the city of Xiashul or else the quest fails. Upon completion of the quest, you can return with all the power you've gained in this world, otherwise you'll get nothing. What the devil? Why does the setting for this quest look so stupid? System, you're getting more and more amusing. Usually, I possess either a victim or a villain, never a character who has nothing to do with the story. Perhaps, I'm one of those servant descendants who's waiting to be killed by the Ghost King? What's that sound? But in the original owner's memory, there's nothing about any ghosts or gods in this world. It's very odd.
It hurts. It really hurts.
It can't be. It's Lu Rin, the ghost doll from the story. Xie Yan. Hey, you dodged. Why'd you fall down? Xie Yan? Huh, Xiaolan fell down? Hey, turn on the lights. Come on, get the medical kit, her knees are bleeding. Xiaolan, are you okay? Don't be afraid, it's all props, they're fake. What do you two think you're doing? Acting? What would you have done if someone got hurt because of your antics? Wasn't this your idea, bien gui? You, fine, just blame it on me. And you, Xie Yan, I saw it all just now. Xiaolan was about to fall over, but instead of catching her, you dodged? When I saw the quest just now, I got a little excited, but I just happened to encounter this prank, so I subconsciously prepared to fight using the finger of flowery swords. Fortunately, I've just entered this world and haven't had time to retrain my martial arts, or else I would have accidentally killed someone. I have something else to do, so I'll be going. I'd better go home and check my family tree to see if one of my ancestors' names was Lin Feng. I must get a thorough understanding of the entire context. What do you mean you're leaving already? Just forget about him, it's more important to check up on Xiaolan's injury. They're all really diehard fans of that hoe, but someone's missing. Looks like fellow classmate Bien Gui doesn't like Jiang Xiaolan that much. Thanks so much for the origin points. Xie Yan just went up and left. What the hell is up with that? Let's beat it too, Xiaolan. Want to go for a spin with me? I brought my family's BMW X12 today. I've got stuff to do tomorrow, so forget about the ride. Isn't Xie Yan usually so coy? But how come his expression looked so manly just now? But I'd like you to take me home later, Long Tao. I don't know how many times he's bragged about his BMW, but he's nothing compared to Xie Yan. I found out by accident that his family is filthy rich and his looks. I've definitely got to get my hands on him. Xiaolan, I drove my car here too, get in my car. You're not afraid of upsetting Xiaolan with that beat-up car of yours? It's been a long time since I've driven a car. It's a good thing there aren't many people on the road this late at night, so I can let myself go. I was in such a trance that I almost thought I was back on Earth. Having traveled through several worlds, modern civilization remains my favorite indeed. But this time, in addition to limiting the geographical scope, the system has given half a year for the quest. So it seems that the difficulty isn't small. As one would expect of a world worth 500 origin points, the difficulty is certainly high. Was that a hallucination? Or a ghost? What a pain, there are really ghosts. I've only fought people, not these things. Meanwhile, what was that just now? It was gone in a flash, probably just a bat. Don't be scared, Xiaolan. But there really was some kind of shadow floating across the front of the car. The ritual has been completed. Now, it's time to reap the harvest to the fullest. 1 day later. Sleepy. Huh. Oh my.
First.
2 days later. Someone fell off the building. Look on the 26th floor. The balcony railing is broken. What shoddy construction.
Second.
Xie Yan's house. I purposely went through the family tree, and even called the original owner's parents who are on vacation overseas, but got no clues, and was scolded for staying up late reading online blogs. But after googling the name Lin Feng, I must say, what a name for a main character. The god of war Lin Feng returned home only to find out that his fiancée was unjustly sent to her grave. At his command, 100,000 retired officers and soldiers raced to his side and shouted, "Tiger General, please lead us once more." Lin Feng, who's living at his wife's parents' house, is looked down upon with contempt by his mother-in-law and deemed to be a parasite, but to everyone's surprise, the country's richest and most influential men kneel down at his sight and call him Lord Lin. These are all some kind of gibberish novels. Forget it. Let me just keep practicing the divine impact of Zen. When you're just off the boat, getting yourself a reflective armor is the way to go. Every time I cross over, except for the finger of Nirvana, I have to practice all my martial arts again, which is a complete waste of both my energy and origin points. System, can't you be a little bit more humane? Once my break is over, I'll go back to my room and grind all night, to practice Divine Impact of Zen up to the entry level. The Divine Impact of Zen is a fusion of skills, so its practice is vastly different from the Heavenly Guard, but I've finally managed to reach the entry level. System panel, come out. Upgrade the Divine Impact of Zen over the level cap. The original owner is just an ordinary person, so the tempering of the flesh by martial arts is even more severe. But his endurance is so poor that I feel even more bloated now than when I first upgraded the Heavenly Guard. I feel like I'm pregnant with octuplets at least. However, the divine impact of Zen actually requires 240 origin points to go over the level cap, 100 more than needed for the Heavenly Guard. As expected of a fused skill, it's more expensive. I've advanced to the third layer of the acquired realm. Finally, I have some self-protection. There aren't many origin points left, but in a modern world, it won't be hard to harvest them, so I just need to think of a quick and easy way to do it. Jiang Xiaolan's calling? I want to see you. Come right away, otherwise I'll kill myself. When and where? Something's wrong. She's got a very panicked tone. No, one could even say it's fear. 1 hour later. I've met a few girls in my past life who've coerced me with suicide in an attempt to date me, but the Jiang Xiaolan in the original owner's memory isn't a character who would do such a thing. But I haven't been able to find any clues related to the quest, so anyone or anything suspicious is worth seeing. Xie Yan, I'm here. He won't let me go, he just won't leave me alone. Long Tao is dead, and Lu Rin is too. It's my turn next. They're both dead? I don't want to die. I just don't want to die. Xie Yan, help me. I heard him say that if I kill you, I can atone for my sins. I don't want to die. Xie Yan, die in my stead. Who's this guy you're talking about? I don't know. I just don't know. Xie Yan, why won't you just drop dead? I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Jiang Xiaolan, calm down a bit. Something bad has happened. Why did that big piece of glass suddenly fall down? Hey, over there. With my divine impact of Zen, what could a physical attack like this do to me? However, I couldn't protect Jiang Xiaolan. She was in such a panic that she fell onto the shattered glass, and it pierced her through her heart. Someone's dead. Call the police. Blood, blood. Ordinary people's bodies are so fragile that not even the finger of Nirvana can save her now.
So useless. In that case, the third one is Jiang Xiaolan.
Who's talking?
Xie Yan, you're the last one. Look forward to tomorrow.
Playing mystery, but I already know who you are. It's Bian Gui and he's turned into a ghost. 3 hours later. Mr. Xie, the police have determined that it was an accident. Thank you for your cooperation. It's our duty as good citizens to cooperate with the police. I finally managed to straighten things out with the police. I'm a victim too. Points. Looks like the ghost left, though it didn't stay long. That guy is literally an origin point perpetual machine. It's been really awesome getting spammed by it every now and then for the past few hours. Although I'm not sure what's the relationship between Bian Gui and Lin Feng, the Ghost King from the quest, and why it attacked me, its emotion towards me is avarice, not hatred, so I must have something that it desires. The news that Jiang Xiaolan, Long Tao and Lu Rin had died in an accident soon made the headlines. According to the original owner's memory, the founder of the outdoor club was Bian Gui. And all of the victims were roped in after getting acquainted with him. Too bad I couldn't find any details about him. This Bian Gui is very mysterious. It's midnight. According to Bian Gui, he should be here by now. Here he is, right on schedule. Hey brother Bian Gui, can you hear me? If you can, just meow. I'm the only one in the whole house right now, so if there's any problem, can't we settle it face to face? Well, if he can hear me, then we can communicate.
As a descendant of a servant who betrayed their master, you can even sense me, so you're indeed the most special one. I guess I was right to save you for last.
No matter where you are, just by looking at my face, you can tell that I'm pretty special. Is there anyone this handsome? My hunch was right. This guy is definitely the target of my quest, but shouldn't his name be Lin Feng? So why is his name Bian Gui? The quest prompt showed that Lin Feng was reborn inside one of his descendants. Maybe Bian Gui is his descendant. I need to pry as much information as possible from it. Brother, what era do you think we're living in? There's no such thing as masters or servants, except when it comes to kinky activities. But now that you mentioned it, I have to ask, are all those who died descendants of servants who betrayed their master like me? Brother, speak up. Huh, is that the smell of natural gas?
Since a high-altitude falling object won't kill you, how about a natural gas explosion?
I was trying to scoop some information out of you, but I didn't expect. You were stalling for time, waiting for the gas to leak all over my house. Still, you wanted to kill me with this type of minor mishap? Find a nuclear bomb and drop it on my head if you have the guts. But seeing as you can only play these little accidents, I know that your ability is limited to these plebeian tactics. He's spamming me so intensely, it looks like what I just said was very provocative.
You're just a mere servant, how dare you?
You're a wandering soul, yet you dare manifest your true form? Go back to the netherworld. As expected. The power system in this world is really different. My punch can pulverize hard objects.
Is that what you were counting on? How could I be hurt by a martial artist's moves?
It didn't do any damage to it. Hitting a ghost with a physical attack really is useless.
Struggle. The more you struggle, the more you fear, the more you will nourish me. This is your fate as a descendant of the Xie family.
It escaped? It must be restricted to one accident a day, otherwise it would have continued to haunt me. However, let alone fighting, if it didn't manifest itself, I wouldn't have even been able to see it, so I would have just been pummeled one-sidedly, which isn't cool. There's no reason to be on guard every day, but if there are ghosts in this world, then there must be ghost hunters. In the next few days, Yanjia would appear by my side from time to time, causing all sorts of unexpected accidents in an attempt to dispose of me. Of course, to me, who's mastered the divine impact of Zen, this was basically just fluff. However, his intrusions made it impossible for me to find girls to practice the finger of flowery swords with. The good news is that days like this should be coming to an end soon. The Ghost Hunter Grandmaster I asked the Xie family's butler, Lao Guan, to hire has finally arrived, and I must say, it's really nice to have money, since I can do anything I want. Xie Yan's new villa. Feng Shui Grandmaster, Black Dragon King, Shingun. Grandmaster Shingun took the trouble of traveling such a long way to come to our aid. We're truly most grateful, please come on in. No unconcerned individuals should be present during my master's intervention, except for the victim. Anyone else should leave immediately. The Black Dragon King's disciple, by Meng Meng. The Grand Master has come from afar, so someone has to entertain him, and it wouldn't be very proper to leave the young master alone. Commoners who don't understand the power and taboos of us cultivators shouldn't think that they can negotiate terms with us. After all, this is just a business deal for us, but for you, it's a matter of total annihilation. Well, forgive him, Grand Master, but Lao Guan meant no ill will. After all, I've been surprisingly lucky to be haunted and yet managing to avert all peril. My butler is concerned about the situation, too, yet overly so, and wants to personally witness me out of this plight. Young man, are you questioning me? I wouldn't dare, it's just that the Grand Master's disciple said this is business, so you should naturally show some sincerity, otherwise how can we trust the Grand Master? The attitude of this pair of master and pupil is very domineering, but I don't know if they have the kind of real capability I want. Humph! Innate energy? No, it's just plain wind. Still, there seems to be something wrapped around me. And it's alive. How about that, young man? Young master, are you all right? My guardian spirit just gave you a greeting. I hope it didn't scare you. Lao Guan, take the others to the hotel. No one is to be left here except me, the Grand Master, and his disciple. I understand. Take care, young master. Surely the Grand Master jests. We've been standing outside for this long, so we'd better go inside. A guardian spirit? Is it some kind of spiritual being? I couldn't see it at all, so I suppose it's similar to a ghost. Excellent, there are other supernatural powers in this world besides ghosts. But I wonder if I can learn them? The Grand Master should be aware that I almost died in an accident triggered by a ghost. Although I miraculously survived, I don't know when the ghost will return, so I hope you can help me out of my dire misery. No problem, I'll cast a spell to help you see the ghost coming. Master, why did the beads crack? This has never happened before. Could it be that the ghost that plagues this house is a wraith? Will Kwei be able to stand up against it? A huge 10 million deal like this is hard to come by. The ghost isn't even here right now anyway, so let's put on a show, get the money and scram. Grandmaster, something wrong? Nothing, I was just discussing the details about the ghost hunt with my disciple. Young man, your situation is beyond my expectations. I'll have to pay a much higher price to save you. As for the reward, triple it. No sweat. Master, he's fucking loaded. Do you think I should just throw myself at him? It's always been your disciple's dream to marry a rich man. Stop fooling around, we'll talk after the act. You two, be a little more reliable, will you? If you can't, I'll make you cough up 30 times more than the amount you took from me. I may not be able to beat up ghosts, but I'm quite familiar with beating up people. Ahem, I admire straightforward men such as yourself. We'll start the ghost hunt immediately. Young man, stand back. If you notice any unusual activity, don't panic. Disciple, come swiftly to uphold the Buddha's teachings on behalf of your master. Coming. I have checked with my yin and yang eyes, and there are no evil spirits in this house. So the cracking of the beads must have been triggered by the negative energy and resentment attached to the young man. Almighty Heavenly Dragon, venerable guardian of the earth, wise Buddhas, wise seekers of enlightenment. Anyway, we've already swindled him out of his money, so we'll just fool around and scram. If we really helped him hunt an evil spirit such as this one, it would take ages to replenish our spiritual power. Flying dragon in the sky, you're still here, malevolent spirit, you're really looking down on me. Master, I'll give you a hand. The more I see, the more unreliable they get. Bienge is here. Master, what strong negative energy. Keep your guard up. Master, it's up there, it's coming straight at us. How troublesome, couldn't this wraith come back after we'd left? Now we can't leave even if we want to. I'm going to use my true abilities. Be careful, disciple. Obey at once, Lord Flood Dragon Kwei. Listen to my summons. Turn into a dragon and devour the ghost. The Grand Master's demeanor has completely changed. He's practically a different person than before. It seems he's finally showing his true abilities. I still can't see anything. Is he in the middle of fighting? I don't have yin and yang eyes, so I can only watch them trade blows in thin air.
Shamans?
Master, the ghost spoke. This wraith is even sentient. It'll be very hard to deal with it, but Kwei won't be.
It's really a flood dragon guardian spirit. What a pleasant surprise.
That easy to deal with, either. Kwei, it's actually devouring my guardian spirit.
Among the guardian spirits, dragons are the top class. Even if this is only a flood dragon, its power is still exceptional. Too bad you don't know how to use it, and since you can't unleash its power, it'll be better off inside my belly restoring my strength.
Are you alright, Master? How could there be such a strong wraith? Kwei was slain in a single blow. Locking ghost energy?
As long as a shaman lives, his guardian spirit shall not perish. The flood dragon spirit is inside you. Only if you die can I devour it whole.
This isn't good. I'm being locked. I can't die in that case. I'll have to sacrifice you, disciple. Master, what are you doing? Transfer. It worked. It doesn't matter if my life gets shortened by using that secret technique, or if my disciple dies. As long as I live, I can get them all back again, so it's fine.
A futile struggle. Death is the only place you can go to.
Am I going to die?
In 1,000 years, shamans have surprisingly been reduced to such shameful wretches. That being so, disappear from history once and for all.
I still haven't found a rich, handsome young guy to fall in love with yet. I haven't even saved up enough money in my piggy bank. I don't want to die. You're fucking tearing down my house again, and even murdering people right in front of me? Bienge, you mongrel, can't you play any other stunts? This sucker isn't an ordinary person?
Other stunts? Perfect timing. Having regained some of my power, let me open your eyes. You backstabbing lowly slave.
Oh no, the wraith has possessed him. Then rumor has it that the little girl's resentment has lingered on that doll and never faded away. Yet anyone unlucky enough to see that cursed doll will be hanged without fail. What's going on? Did I go back to square one? Bienge, you're too good at this. I'm a little scared. I can smell the candles burning, and these people look real. So did I go back in time? Or did I fall into a dreamland? Let me get out of here and have a look. Wasn't it Lu Ren who was going to tell one next? Hey, didn't he say he was going to the toilet? Why isn't he back yet? Xie Yan, why are you leaving? You haven't even gotten to your scene yet. The game hasn't even started yet, so how can the main character leave the stage? Brother Bienge, so it's really you who has been screwing around. The ancestors of the Xie family had to respectfully address me as master whenever they saw me. So as their descendant, you, Xie Yan, are being far too presumptuous. Big bro, slavery's been dead for centuries. Can't you just rest in peace underground? Besides, wouldn't you say that guy's name is Lin Feng? Isn't your name Bienge? Bienge is Lin Feng, but Lin Feng is not Bienge. The hell? Can't you be more specific? One can't speak of such things with beings who have such a narrow worldview. Originally, you were meant to be the last sacrifice, and had no choice but to die, yet that flood dragon guardian spirit just now was of great benefit to me, and your existence is no longer crucial, so I mercifully changed my mind. Xie Yan, your body and soul are very special. I can give you a chance to submit to my rule anew. Sleep if you've got nothing better to do. You can dream of anything you want there. Bienge, oh Bienge, if you have the ability, then just do it. Who do you think you can scare with all this crap? This is the abyss of nightmares, the place where souls plunge into oblivion, where ordinary people can only completely fall into depravity. But you've managed to stay lucid, which is very impressive. I'm becoming more and more interested in you. Too bad, I'm not interested in you in the least. I'll kill you! It's no use, as I told you, this is the abyss of nightmares. No matter how strong your body may be, it has no significance here. The abyss of nightmares has its own playing rules, so if you won't submit your allegiance, then simply plummet into depravity here. You'll be consumed by a nightmare of fear until you fully expire. In fact, you're already being eaten away without even knowing it. Audacious fiend, I'll expose your true colors. Manifestation technique. Finger of Nirvana. What? How is this possible? Is this my spirit body? I used the finger of Nirvana in line with the idea of keep trying everything even in the most desperate of situations, but never imagined it would really work. You were even able to abolish the nightmare of fear. Don't tell me you're a shaman too. No, that's not right. There was no fluctuation of spirit energy in that finger. So how the hell did this happen? It seems like I'm feeling the presence of my physical body. Have I returned to reality? Hey, why is the ground so bouncy? Could it be that the finger of Nirvana didn't work, and I'm still in the abyss of nightmares? So heavy I can't breathe. It's the Grand Master's disciple. She's not dead yet. It looks like she's still breathing.
Your soul is stronger than I ever imagined. You were actually able to return to your body.
That's just how cool I am. You have a problem with that?
So be it. Since I devoured that flood dragon spirit, I'll need time to digest it. I hope you'll still be as cocky as you are today in 3 months.
That bastard's on the run again? The one I duped? Did you get killed by the ghost too? Where is this? The netherworld? It's really nice to have the company of a handsome man on the way to hell. I can't let her die, or there'll be no way to learn about the supernatural powers of this world known as Tongling. Wasn't she hit with something called locking ghost energy? Excellent, the finger of Nirvana is working. I knew I should have had a good time while I was alive. I was even blessed with a pair of big tits. But I died without doing anything, such a waste. I say, miss, do you even know what nonsense you're rambling on about? Eh? I'm not dead? You were meant to have died, but I'm a martial artist, and I know a healing technique that saved your life. The ghost energy is gone, I'm not missing any parts, and I still have my boobs. I'm really not dead. Benefactor, I have nothing of value to repay for your grace of saving my life. So I have no choice but to toil like a beast of burden in my next life. In your next life? Dream on, you'll repay me in this one. But I'm broke. Who wants your money? Am I short on it? Here's the deal. If you're willing to be my personal shaman advisor and do your best to meet my needs, not only will you repay the favor, but I'll also give you half of my fortune. Deal. Sorry, I was so excited I almost forgot the main issue. What's wrong? Half a fortune is a lot of money. Wait, did you find something out? Benefactor, I have some unfortunate news for you. The lifespan of your soul is running out. Your death is not far. Hey girl, don't be an alarmist. Are you trying to get more money? I'm not. Listen to my explanation. To tell you the truth, I was born with Xie Yan eyes. Not only can I see ghosts, but I can also see changes in a person's lifespan. When I first came here, I realized that something wasn't quite right with you, that there was a serious mismatch between the lifespan of your body and that of your soul, and that the life expectancy of your soul was far lower than that of your body. When you used that healing technique on me just now, I seem to have seen the lifespan of the benefactor's soul suddenly decrease by a fraction. Didn't you see that wrong? I can't say for sure what I felt while I was half awake. If you use that technique on me again, I'll infuse my spiritual energy into my eyes, and take a careful look at you. Sure enough, I was right. Who taught you this technique? I clearly saw that when you used it, the lifespan of your soul was visibly shortened by a tiny fraction. This is using the lifespan of your soul to heal other people's wounds, and it faintly contains the utter compassion of if I don't go to hell, who will? How much lifespan does my soul have left? Just give it to me straight, I can handle it. Utter compassion my ass. I previously thought the finger of Nirvana would heal my body and recover my energy without using up anything. There's no question it's a secret immortal method. So how could I know it was actually such an ungodly thing? It's the lifespan of my soul that's being used, which means it's not the body in this world, but me that's really going to die. Originally, the lifespan of the benefactor's soul was 120 years, but now, it only has 1 year left. The first time you treated me, you spent almost half a year of lifespan, The second time, when I was lightly wounded, you only spent 3 days, so the cost of this technique ought to depend on the severity of the other party's injuries. Benefactor, just how many times have you used it? How many times have I used it? I have no frickin' clue either. I even used the finger of Nirvana for plastic surgery, to extract a confession. I've been fucking killing myself this entire time. Alas, if there was a way for you to have a few more years, you could have tried to become a shaman. As long as your talent was high enough to summon a mature guardian spirit, you could have been able to nourish your soul to increase its longevity. How does one become a shaman? With only 1 year of lifespan left, it'd be too late even if you started practicing tomorrow. Just help me out and don't worry about anything else. If it can be practiced, that means it's a skill of some sort. As long as it's a skill, I can learn the basics and use origin points to upgrade it to the max level. Benefactor, you have no idea that to become a shaman, it costs a lot of money and materials, and cultivating a guardian spirit to maturity within a year isn't something a normal shaman can do. You would have to be an unbelievable genius. Rather than squandering your wealth in vain, why don't we pledge ourselves to each other, get the marriage certificate together, and enjoy some happiness before the benefactor's demise? You're delusional. You think you'd just conveniently inherit my possessions when I died? Ding, you have received some million in your account. 50 million. Here's some payment in advance. If it's not enough, I'll give you more. A problem that can be solved with money is no problem at all, and since I'm running out of time, it's all the more reason to make every second count. I must become a shaman immediately. Understood, I'll get right on it. My master's ledger, you know? It contains the contacts for sellers of all kinds of materials, so let me get masters. I almost forgot that shamans can communicate with the universe by connecting yin and yang, and after death, their bodies can easily become the element for all sorts of evil spirits. Therefore, after the passing of the former shaman, his physical body will be transformed into spiritual energy that will give back to the universe, under a religious ceremony for the deceased carried out by his successors. Your master used you as a scapegoat, but you still care what happens to him after death? If I don't, it would be more annoying, since he would turn into a zombie or something of the sort. Even though he wasn't very nice to me, for all it's worth, we were still master and disciple, so I have to see him off on his final journey. Be a good man in your next life, master. Greedy as hell, but essentially still a girl that has some standards. In this way, Bai Mengmeng started to spend money in various ways to collect natural treasures for me. This South Sea blood jade has a base price of 2 million. Do I have any bidders? No more bargaining. 1.5 million. Who else would want this piece of junk but me? The lady benefactor has generously donated 300,000. May the Buddha bless you. You're too kind. I just want to ask for some incense. Catch that cat burglar. You can't forcibly buy what our ancestors left behind. Your family doesn't even make pills anymore, so you might as well sell the Xingyuan cauldron. I've left you 3 million in cash. A few days later. Xie Yan's new villa. This is the progenitor of the mysterious yin decoction, which can help ordinary people comprehend how to communicate with spirits. Help yourself while it's hot. Bankroller, benefactor, take off your clothes and take a dip inside, then I'll recite the incantation for you and that will be it. You didn't just buy a bunch of random stuff to fool me and try to make off with my money, did you? What are you talking about? I even had to raise money out of my own pocket to make ends meet. All of them are of the highest quality, so I can guarantee you won't die a grisly death if it fails. Oh, and don't forget about my reimbursement. There's even the possibility of failure? Shamans are inherently unorthodox beings, so of course, they wouldn't just succeed so casually. One can only depend on talent, luck, and character, nothing else. That looks disgusting, but time is running out, so I have to give it a try. Let's hope it doesn't fail. It's no big deal to lose some money. But who knows when that bastard Bien Gui will stage a comeback. It might not be necessarily true that he'll come back in 3 months, but if he does come after me again, I won't be able to do anything. Origin points obtained, joy, by Meng Meng. Oh, hee. Hurry up and take them off. Get in there when you do. Turn around and wait until I get inside before turning back. I have to watch you so nothing bad happens to you. Half my fortune. I'll turn right away. It looks very creepy, but it's quite comfortable to bathe in. Bai Mengmeng appears to be rather reliable. My body is heating up, it's starting to take effect. Bai Mengmeng? Holy shit, what the hell is wrong with you? The fuck is going on? My head suddenly hurts like it's gonna explode. But in between the pain, there's a vague feeling that the ink-tank point between my eyebrows seems to be connected to something in the spirit world. And that thing is coming out. We did it, benefactor, you're a shaman now. Is that the guardian spirit that was spawned from my head? Why does it look like a dumpling? Not quite, it's just an embryo of a guardian spirit that hasn't hatched yet. Alas, like me, the benefactor isn't talented enough to summon a full guardian spirit in a single step. This embryo will need to be closely nurtured by you for at least more than a year before it can hatch, even though you're now a shaman and can open your yin and yang eyes to see and track ghosts. Without a mature guardian spirit, you can't increase the longevity of your soul. That's not necessarily so. If it's a skill and it has a plus sign, then I can fucking pay to win the shit out this thing. Xie Yan's new villa. While Bai Mengmeng was gathering materials for me, I started to save up on origin points. It's quite simple to earn origin points in the modern era, so I drew on my excellent skills of writing porn, added the bizarre events of the past few days, and posted it online after some finishing touches. I then spent several million on finding ghostwriters to drum up hype, and have already saved up an adequate amount, so now is the perfect time to use them. Alright, let me see how many origin points the spiritual nourishment from reality technique costs. Benefactor, your guardian spirit embryo. It instantly hatched into its final mature form? This just doesn't make any sense. This technique actually didn't cost me a lot. 30 origin points was enough to go over the level cap. Direct spiritual contact. Does that mean I can finally use martial arts to fight ghosts? But what's most important is that it prolongs the lifespan of my soul by 10 years, so I will have enough time to find a way to prolong my life if I don't use the finger of nirvana indiscriminately. Chubby, what should I name you? Gosh, why isn't it reacting at all? Bai Mengmeng, why does this guardian spirit seem so stupid? Benefactor, although you've hatched the guardian spirit straight into its mature form, you didn't form its consciousness. A guardian spirit that can't be commanded is just a shell, so there's no point in keeping it as a pet, let alone controlling it to fight ghosts. I see, but for better or worse, it increased my lifespan, so it's not a loss. I really don't have talent for shamanism. I had to forcibly rely on money to reach the entry level using that bath. If it weren't for the system, even if I had spent my entire life, it would have probably remained in that low embryonic state. Benefactor, don't be discouraged. Since the guardian spirit won't do, if you can learn shamanic magic, you can still exorcise ghosts. Since the guardian spirit won't do, you'll have to raise your fighting power to make up for it. These are all spells and rituals that can only be used to exorcise spirits, but they won't improve my martial arts mastery, and they're written in such an enigmatic way that I don't know how long it would take me to learn the basics. How powerful are these shamanic techniques? How many of them do I need to practice to kill that Bien Gui ghost that's haunting me? Benefactor, it's a super strong wraith on par with the Ghost King, so you probably won't have any luck even if you practice all of them. I don't have any shamanic magic stronger than this. Okay, since I can't count on you, it looks like I'll have to physically fight against ghosts. Benefactor, although you're not an ordinary person, and have a guardian spirit which allows you to see and wound spiritual beings, if it's just an ordinary wandering spirit, it's fine, but if it's a slightly more sinister one, it can't be defeated by the human body alone. You'll still have to rely on shamanic magic. What are you doing? Oh, Bai Mengmeng, you still don't know me well enough. If a man's strength is no match for a ghost, what about power that transcends human beings? Can a ghost stand up to a punch like this that's been hardened by 20 years of martial arts practice? Emphasis on the fact that this was just a random punch. Benefactor, I was wrong, you're not human, you must be the reincarnation of some demon. Will I be silenced now that I know this? Don't kill me, I'll offer up anything but my money to you. What the hell are you imagining? I'm a human, not a demon. That's right, I still have important information to tell you. Didn't the benefactor ask me to look into that ghost King Lin Feng a while ago? I found out that there was indeed such a person as Lin Feng 1,000 years ago, who suddenly disappeared, but no further records. Though I found out from the ancient texts that his former residence was in the city of Xiaoshui, so it might be possible to dig up some more clues. I was going to use this information to get some pocket money from the benefactor, but now I won't dare. Former residence? It's a good idea to gather more information before I fight the Ghost King. Then let's go right now. By the way, benefactor, am I imagining things because of the shock? It looks like the house is trembling. It's not your imagination. I carelessly smashed the load-bearing pillar with my punch. Damn it, I'll have to buy a new villa again. Oh, you can feel the creepy atmosphere blowing on your face as soon as you get here. So there's indeed something here, benefactor, we should be careful. On the way here, I heard from Bai Mengmeng that this building was demolished and rebuilt from an old house more than 20 years ago. After that, there were frequent haunting incidents, forcing the residents to move out. The later developers were reluctant to touch this haunted site anymore, and it became known as one of the most well-known haunted houses in the neighborhood, attracting countless overly curious individuals to come and investigate. Although there have been no cases of death by evil spirits attacking people here, those who have visited were so frightened that they were left with serious psychological trauma. The hell? Just walk properly, don't stick to me. Little fella, I'm so scared, you should walk next to me. I get it now, I say, Bai Mengmeng. Aren't you a little too useless? You've only been here a few minutes. And you've been possessed by a ghost? How could there be such a useless shaman as you? Where are you, fiend? Watch how I physically exorcise you. Get the fuck out of her body. You're a shaman too? Moreover, your magic is weird. It was like some sort of extraordinary force entered her body. And not only did it only knock her unconscious and not harm her, but it also forced me out. But now that you've entered the dragon's lair, no matter what means you have, don't think you will ever leave. Bewitching ghost, Chinger. Ha, dream on. A little ghost girl, just a thing to try out my guardian spirit. Guardian spirit, come out and vanquish the evil spirit. Go! As I thought, it's not going to be of any use. I'd rather not release it again, it's so humiliating. This is the guardian spirit my big sisters told me about. How useless. If it's this weak, surely your ability as its master is pitiful. Such a shame to have such a pretty face for nothing. Big sisters, come out, this shaman isn't to be feared. It's been years since anyone's been here, hasn't it? Bewitching ghost, purply. Such a lovely boy, I'm drooling all over, bewitching ghost, bluey. It's all because Sister Reddy went too far last time and squeezed the vitality out of the young man who came in by mistake and narrowly lost his life. Bewitching ghost, yellowy. Bewitching ghost, ready? As is custom, I'll have the first course of the meal, followed by yellowy, bluey and purply. What about me? You've only been a ghost for less than 100 years. You're just a kid amongst them. Your spiritual form is unstable, so you need to continue your cultivation. You can't come into contact with primordial Yan as you please. But I want to be as awesome as you sisters. Let's go together. If we take it easy this time, we'll have more time to have fun. Hey, I'm being forcibly divided up among you girls. It's not like I haven't experienced 1 versus 5 before, but this time it's 5 female ghosts instead. So let me find out how different it feels when it's against female ghosts. Divine impact of Zen. What is this power? Mercy, Master. Guardian Spirit, return. Master, we won't dare to do it again. We've just got an insatiable thirst for the vital essence of the living. We've never actually taken a human's life. This is Lin Feng's former residence. What relationship do you have with him for you to dwell here? Though I can't command my guardian spirit, it allows me to use my martial arts with some kind of extraordinary force that's enough to harm spiritual beings. Looks like I'll have to go all the way with the physical exorcism route. Answer me truthfully, or I'll utterly obliterate you all. Noble Master is very perceptive. We're all just wandering spirits, so we simply don't know who Lin Feng is. We just wanted to find a place where we could make our home. No one cherished me while I was alive, and even after death I still have to feel apprehension. My life is so bitter. It's not Big Sister's fault we have such a miserable lot. It's just that the rotten men of this world don't understand our virtue. Don't cry, Big Sis. Don't pick on my big sisters. Little sister, don't anger the master. Come on, don't pretend to be crybabies. I'm not buying it. Are there any other ghosts here besides you girls? These female ghosts are on a completely different level from Biangui, and their demeanor is also worlds apart, so they're probably really only using this place as their lair. There is, in fact, another ghost hidden in this haunted house, but what? Just give it to me straight. That ghostine energy is far greater than ours, but it seems to be sealed in the dried-up well in the middle of the courtyard, so even if it gets out of the well, it can't leave the backyard. That's why we sisters dare not go to the backyard for fear of being devoured by it. It was only out of goodwill that we were trying to scare people away, for fear that someone might break into the backyard and fall victim to its wicked hands. So the most we ought to get as a reward is to be able to extract some of their primordial yang, which will only hurt their vitality, but not take their lives. Now that I think about it like that, we're all immensely virtuous ghosts. Perhaps we've even accumulated a lot of good deeds. I'm going down there to take a look. You stay where you are and don't move. Master, my sisters are really not lying to you. The ghost inside the well is very powerful. If this haunted house wasn't suitable for cultivation, we'd have left long ago. If you're met with misfortune, no ghost can save you. You're actually a kind-hearted young ghost, don't worry. Master? I'm not the one who's going to be met with misfortune. Oh, there's so much space inside this well, I really couldn't tell from the outside. This really is a world of its own. Where's the ghost? Let me go find it. The living, the smell of flesh and blood. Yo, looks like I don't have to look for it. I'll eat you. Eat me? Let me see how you'll do that after I twist your head off. With the guardian spirit's boon, it's really a one-punch deal. Judging by this ghost general's name, he must be part of the Ghost King's party. Mortal, how impudent you are! How can your head grow back when it's been blown off? I've gotten so used to beating people up that I forget I'm fighting a ghost. Die. Divine impact of Zen. Reflect. Sorry, but I won't die at your hands. On the contrary, I think you're the one who's going to cease to exist. Mortal, don't be so presumptuous. I'm immortal. Don't talk big. Even ghosts have to be honest. According to what Bai Meng Meng told me, ghosts are made up of yin energy. And even though they can recover from injuries, they consume this energy. When doing so, your yin energy is just a little bit stronger. I hope you can hold on long enough for me to get some practice. Why hasn't there been any movement? He wasn't eaten by the ghost in the well, was he? Qinger is really worried about that shaman fella, huh? The little lass is finally growing up. Does she have a crush on him? Not to mention Qinger, even someone like me, who's been around tons of men, has her heart beating like crazy. Should I go inside and take a look? If I float fast enough, I might be able to save him. The fight lasted longer than I thought it would. It seems that even with the guardian spirit's boon, the power of my punches is still somewhat small. Why am I getting spammed with origin points again? Master, you annihilated the ghost inside the well. I almost got eaten by it last time, so the master helped me get my revenge. Master is so brave and strong. Why can't I learn my big sister's boldness? I don't deserve to be a proper bewitching ghost. Beauty energy. A ghost's beauty energy is much purer than that of humans. It comes so easily and with such richness. I'll get twice the result with half the effort if I use it to practice the finger of flowery swords. Sisters, there's one more thing we still haven't told the master yet. Oh yeah, I was so focused on absorbing his primordial yang, I almost forgot. There's more? This dried-up well is extremely peculiar. When we sisters first moved to this haunted house, we teamed up to eliminate the ghost inside it in an attempt to take over its territory. However, we never imagined that before long, a stronger ghost would appear inside the well. This cycle would continue until we were unable to defeat the ghost general that appeared. Now that the master has eliminated the ghost general, a new one will appear, and it will likely be even stronger. So what are we going to do? It's very difficult to find a safe haven and we sisters don't want to move. It sounds like a monster spawn point. Could this well have been made by Lin Feng using some sort of magic tool? It's easy to gather origin points from ghosts, and it's a good way to practice for the major battle with Lin Feng. Xie Yan, as a shaman who supports justice, how can I turn a blind eye to such a sight? So we may as well settle here to suppress this dried-up well that keeps rearing evil spirits. From now on, we'll live under the same roof, hope that we'll keep an eye on each other, and be on very intimate terms. Lord Xie Yan's righteousness is awe-inspiring and truly admirable to behold. I want to be on very intimate terms with Lord Xie Yan right now. And I can use this to practice the finger of flowery swords. It's a win-win situation. An hour later. A certain someone who was forgotten. What the hell happened while I was unconscious? Isn't this a haunted house? Why is it this nice and cozy? Lord Xie Yan, the toilet has been immaculately scrubbed clean. The lobby has been tidied up. Lord Xie Yan, the bedroom has been put into order. Would you like to try it now? I knew it. I have such big boobs. But you didn't even spare me a single glance. I thought you didn't like women at first, but what I didn't expect was that you're not into humans. Just how dirty are you? Don't be ridiculous. This is my new home. What, living with a bunch of female ghosts? Benefactor, what exactly are you up to? I'm going to give you an assignment. Buy me a full set of furniture. No need to worry about the expense. Oh, and a complete set of top-of-the-line live streaming equipment, too. Live streaming? Benefactor, the ghost energy in the backyard has suddenly intensified. A ghost is about to spawn in that well again. Soundcheck complete, yellowy, brighten the lights a bit. What's the point of broadcasting an exorcism? We've spent dozens of millions on pre-roll advertisements, but no ordinary people can see ghosts, benefactor. That doesn't matter, the important thing is the result. The process is all about making it fun for the masses. Just remember to make me look good. Action. Audacious fiend, I'll expose your true colors. Have I been of help to you, Lord Xie Yan? Thanks for your trouble. Thanks to these bewitching ghosts, the beauty energy I was provided with was much purer than that of human beings, thus allowing me to reach the entry level of the finger of flowery swords in no time flat. Once I reached level 2, it became much more enjoyable and effortless for me to fight ghosts. But I can't kill them too quickly, since I still have to gather origin points from the live stream. Impossible, you're just a petty mortal. Wow, the number of people in the live stream has gone over 1 million. No wonder so much money was spent on promotion. Even the big screen of the Xiaoshui Business Center was contracted. Is he just trying to draw attention to himself? Geez, rich people really have some lame ideas. Benefactor, the live stream is going great. That's good, continued the commentary. There are those who slander and those who support my live content. Anyway, since I can't take my reputation with me after I leave this world, any emotions that can provide me with origin points are welcome. I've got you now, evil spirit, Kasaya. The more stunts I play to get more origin points, the better. Grandmaster Xie Yan has summoned his Kasaya of Destiny, which can blot out the whole sky and turn the universe on its head. Is this the trailer for a movie? Nice special effects. No, it's like some kind of haunted house live stream. Grandmaster Xie Yan hits with his sword finger, bullseye. He's hit the evil spirit. That was a beautiful move. It's a shame that many of you ordinary mortals in the audience can't see the evil spirit. Still, you folks must keep up the amazing job of viewing Grandmaster Xie. He won a great victory, eh? Why did a strange page pop up all of a sudden? Toys Heart G19 Real-Life Combat Simulation Popular Search Query on Skybud. Sorry about that. That's the end of the stream. Please stay tuned to Shaman Xie Sanhua's live stream channel for when the next one is scheduled. So funny, this suddenly popped up out of nowhere at the end. But it was quite interesting and the host is incredibly handsome. Real-life simulation. Order now. Lin Feng's former residence. Despicable human. The Ghost King, whom we serve, will soon awaken and turn the whole world into a vicious circle of malevolent spirits, from which not even you can escape. Oh, so you ghost generals really are connected to the Ghost King. Tell me, where's he hiding now? When will he awaken? If you want to know, just wait until you die and turn into a ghost. He simply blew his brains out. I was hoping to get some more information out of him, but from what he said, I can assume that Lin Feng really hasn't awakened yet and still needs some more time, so it seems there's still enough time to pluck up origin points. Lord Xie Yan, let me wipe your sweat. Hold still, there's a little dust here. Oh, thanks. Is Qing'er really a bewitching ghost? If she's so gentle and obedient, it would be more appropriate to call her a maid ghost. Alas, Qing'er is too young, she hasn't had time to be taught many ghost life lessons yet. If you want a man to obey you, you only have to use these words, I'll squeeze you completely dry. As I told you, I have no lack of money. Whoever gives me donations is whoever I'm concerned about. As long as everyone is happy, my assistants will draw 100 viewers and give each of them 10,000 in red envelopes. With the good show results as well as group hype, I successfully managed to carve out my own world in the live streaming industry. The harvest of origin points was also quite pleasing. As my fiery reputation grew, many shamans from out of town came to visit me to investigate. After I demonstrated my magical martial arts, they all expressed their admiration and wanted to learn them from me. But they couldn't offer me anything compelling enough in exchange, so naturally I refused. I have over 400 origin points again. Sure enough, it's really easy to gather them in a modern world. I can finally upgrade the finger of flowery swords to level 3. Hey, Qing'er, boil me a pot of coke with ginger and give me a shoulder massage while you're at it. Qing'er and Meng Meng have gone shopping downtown. Aren't we at home? You only remember to call on her. Such bias. Not just a mere shoulder massage, I can do much more. I don't know how, but it seems like I have developed the habit of calling on Qing'er for everything. How many days has this gone on? Gosh, who made her the easiest to use? Qing'er, don't you love hounding the benefactor? Why are you following me? Because Big Sis Meng Meng is a very sloppy shopper. I know exactly what Lord Xie Yan usually likes to eat, and what brand of underwear he wears. Although there's no analogy between the age of a human and a ghost, being called big sis by a female ghost who's nearly 100 years old is a very conflicting feeling. Spirit exorcism talismans. Oh no, Xie, run, it's a shaman who hunts ghosts. But what about you, big sis Meng Meng? Go! The ghost of the old well hasn't respawned yet, and since I've upgraded the finger of flowery swords to level 3, I don't have any other skills to upgrade for the time being, so I might as well practice the fist of God I learned in the second small world. Though it's not much to look at, it's more impressive than southern boxing, so I can change my performance during the live stream, making it more appealing for the audience. I'm really working hard for the origin points. In fact, it'd be easier to rip off origin points by being a troll on the live stream. But this world is so much like Earth that it doesn't make me feel as alienated as the former ones, so, ultimately, I'd rather keep up appearances. Lord Xie Yan, hurry, please save Meng Meng. Did something happen? On our way back, we ran into a shaman and Meng Meng to protect me. She was taken away by them. There's actually someone who dares to touch my people and harm my ghosts? Xie, can you keep going? Lead the way. I'm fine. Assholes, let me go. You even wrecked my car. Do you know how much it was worth? I've got a powerful companion. If anything happens to me, he won't let you away with it. I can't keep this rambling up for much longer. Why isn't the benefactor here yet? Don't let anything happen to Xie. She was hurt by a spell. Guardian spirit Mei Ling. Distinguished shaman family. Legitimate son of the Ying family, Ying Jun. Just a crappy shaman and a little underage bewitching ghost. But you couldn't catch them all, so you had to let one go. We're truly sorry, young master. However, with this woman, you should be able to force that man surnamed Xie to hand over his martial art. A shaman who no one has ever heard of or where he got his inheritance from, was actually able to master such an unheard of martial art capable of killing evil spirits. What a reckless waste of God's gifts. If he gives it up obediently, I'll leave it at that and just cripple his cultivation, but if he resists, I'll give him a taste of the Ying family's methods. Ying family? That Ying family whose inheritance has lasted for 1,000 years? Well, since you've heard of it, then you should know how prestigious my family is among the shaman families. Looking at you more closely, you're not bad looking, your face and body all suit my tastes, especially your virginity. Has that guy surnamed Xie actually never laid his hands on you? Could it be he's actually impotent? I'll grant you a chance to be a good girl and cooperate with me. Once I get the martial art from that guy surnamed Xie, I'll consider taking you as my concubine. 1,000-year-old distinguished family is fucking something. All you have to do is open your mouth and grant someone a chance, as if everyone was begging you for it. Plus, you have such an unsightly face, you make me sick to my stomach just by looking at you. Take me as your concubine? You wish. Impudence. Mei Ling, use your magic. Stir up her lust. You're shameless. I couldn't put up with him for a moment there. What should I do? I don't want this. This is... Was it you, who just bullied Xie and kidnapped by Meng Meng? Who's there? Come out. Mei Ling, protect me. Mei Lum? Impossible. This can't be. How could someone be so strong as to instantly kill my guardian spirit? I seem to have heard you calling me impotent. How much did you drink to get this wasted? You're the one surnamed Xie? You can't kill me, I'm from the Ying fam. That's not how you beg for mercy. With you being this arrogant, and not even capable of saying my full name, surely you didn't think I'd let you breathe any longer? Benefactor, I didn't even have time to stop you. Why did you kill him? He's from the Ying family, the notorious and extremely unscrupulous Ying family who sides with their own despite being at fault. By killing him, his whole family will come after you like rabid dogs. So I'll just kill them all, grind their bones and scatter their ashes later. That way, no one will know, will they? Besides, that's hardly the point. The point is, if I didn't kill him, would he stop bothering me? Good for nothing, you've been following me around for this long, and you're still this scared of trouble? I was prepared by the time those shamans came to my door, wanting to inquire about the secrets of my unique martial art. In this world, those who don't worry about scarcity, worry about uneven distribution. Therefore, it's about time to disclose my martial art. It is called Ultimate Demonic Bliss Technique. By Meng Meng, you'll be my inheritance elder. Ultimate Demonic Bliss Technique? Hey, you guys, watch the other two lanes. Why are you all jostling down the bot lane? I want to be all lovey-dovey with my beloved Lord Xie Yan too. Go back to the jungle, Purpley. Only I can be Lord Xie Yan's boob feeder. Use your ults, but don't kill the ones at low HP, let me finish them off. You guys are so laid back, I'm exhausted. Oh, Meng, I only asked you to keep a watch at the door, and when you saw a shaman paying a visit, pitch them the ultimate demonic bliss technique. How tired can you be? When those shamans learned that you were finally going to pass on your martial art technique, they spread the word like wildfire, and among those who came, many belonged to distinguished families well renowned within their circle. Even the Ng family sent someone. They don't even know that Ng Jun died at your hands. The benefactor did a great job silencing them. Strangely enough, a lot of shamans have come to Xia recently, not just for the martial art manuscripts. Whatever, I've got a lot of good stuff for the benefactor this time. Good stuff? Meng, let me wipe your sweat. You're such a nice girl, Qinger. Benefactor, I've been exchanging the manuscripts for a bunch of techniques. Though ordinary shamanic techniques aren't as good as your martial arts, still, the top 4 bamboo slips are rare techniques, especially suitable for the benefactor to practice as the master of a guardian spirit that vainly possesses an outer shell with no consciousness. Spirit casting technique, soul consolidation technique, theory of guardian spirit cultivation, and 108 ways to cultivate rapport with a guardian spirit. As I thought, I don't get anything, but since I've got nothing better to do, and have almost finished practicing my own martial arts, I'll practice reading these things starting tonight. 2 months later, sure enough, I shouldn't have held any hopes for the shamanic techniques of this world. I stumbled throughout the entire basics of the 4 books that Bai Meng brought back, and then discovered that I could even use the system's development function to fuse them into one skill. This may sound like a good thing, however. What the bloody hell is this? Skill mastery, spirit casting and soul consolidation technique. Current effect, a combination of the spirit casting technique, soul consolidation technique, theory of guardian spirit cultivation, and 108 ways to cultivate rapport with a guardian spirit, which greatly enhances the resonance between the guardian spirit and their master, and increases the possibility of guardian spirit metamorphosis. Why can't I understand what this description means? My lord, get up and have your meal. Hey, Lord Xie Yan, your bird can hoot now. He's gained intellect. Benefactor, you're a real genius. You got such a miraculous result after just 2 months of cultivation. It's still pretty retarded, since it can only slightly respond to my commands. The skills in this world are really not cost-effective. This crap cost me almost 800 origin points all the way until now. Wasn't it more worthwhile to use what I saved up to upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords to level 4? By the way, how's your training on the Heavenly Guard I taught you going? It's so hard to practice it, Benefactor. Can't you teach me something simple like the upgraded version of the ultimate demonic bliss technique? Stop yapping with me. I told you to practice it, so just do it. If you don't learn the basics in 3 days, I'll take away your money. I'll practice right away. She really doesn't let people have any ease of mind. What are you laughing about, Qinger? Because Lord Xie Yan is so kind-hearted, it's obvious that you're afraid of Big Sis Mingming's inability to defend herself, so you're forcing her to learn it, but pretend to be so devilish to keep her from feeling grateful to you. I'll go keep an eye on Big Sis Mingming to make sure she doesn't fail to live up to Lord Xie Yan's goodwill. Don't forget to threaten her by taking away her money. That's the only thing she'll listen to. Qinger is pretty good at taking other people's clothes off. I mean, good at understanding other people's intentions. She's really taken the load off me these days. Maybe what I was missing was a little maid like her? I'll have to teach that damned girl you some manners when I get back to the main world. Well, that's happily settled then. System panel, come out. Let me see if I can upgrade something with the remaining origin points. Oh my, I really can't. It seems that the advancement from level 3 to level 4 for high-level martial arts is quite the hurdle. Even with this many origin points, I can't upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords. And what the hell is up with the Finger of Nirvana? It even requires special requirements? Bien Gay said he would come to butcher me in 3 months when he ran off. Now it's almost time. Will that guy show up on schedule? It would be best if he doesn't. There's still a lot of time left before my half-year quest deadline. If I accidentally kill him, I'll have to return immediately. It's not so often that I get to cross over into a modern world, so I'd be really sorry about my 500 origin points entry ticket if I don't rip off a bunch more before I get back. Distinguished Shaman Family, Pang Family Patriarch, Pang Debao. Distinguished Shaman Family, Ing Family Patriarch, Ing Wu. Long time no see, Ing Wu, my boy. Why don't I see your second son? Didn't you say he was coming too? I hope you have been doing well, Brother Pang. Ing Jun ran off God knows where and took his soul lantern and life medallion to prevent me from catching him. That lousy punk. He's still young, it's good to be lively. I didn't think we'd be able to get our families together like this. I wonder if that person will be satisfied? Distinguished shaman family, she family patriarch, she sigh. My boy you is here too. I thought you absolutely hated to move away from your lair? How dare I not come if that person summons us? By the way, have you been investigating Xie Yan of the Xie family? Yes, we did. There's nothing unusual about it, it's just that his martial arts skills are quite remarkable. Indeed, it's extremely unusual for even a shaman to be able to fight ghosts with earthly martial arts. It looks like we all got Xie Yan's book, Ultimate Demonic Bliss Technique, so, how do you feel after practicing it? I've passed it on to those under me. It's actually quite simple to learn the basics, and it really does have some effect on strengthening one's body. But nowhere near as good as Xie Yan's performance. I suspect he has even more powerful martial arts. I advise you two not to mention Xie Yan in front of that person later, as he's one of the descendants of the four great families, who was essential to perform the divine ghost resurrection blood sacrifice ritual, and since he's still alive and kicking, knowing that person's temperament, I'm sure he won't want to hear that name. Don't blame me for nagging, but my family has recorded more ancient accounts of his deeds and I'm fully aware of the entire course of events. 300 years ago, the four great families renounced their inheritance, took nothing with them, and merely chose to return to life as ordinary people. That's not exactly a betrayal, but when he awoke, he exploded with fury and sacrificed their descendants to perform the divine ghost resurrection blood sacrifice ritual. Moreover, that person didn't inform us when he awoke in Biengei's body, or even when he started the divine ghost resurrection blood sacrifice ritual. Nor did he call us up until he regained a certain amount of his strength by devouring Xinggan's century-old guardian spirit, Kwei. That's some rather chilly temperament. Keep it to yourself. That person's coming out. You guys, pay attention. We humbly welcome your majesty back to the world of humans. 1,000 years, I've been lying dormant for 1,000 years. And now I'm finally back to the world of humans. How's the current political situation after 1,000 years? Reporting your majesty, within the past 1,000 years, we, ghost retainers, have completely infiltrated the shaman's inner circle, severed their inheritances without anyone knowing it, and have become the sole legitimate doctrine in this continent. We've just been waiting for your majesty to lead us in unifying the whole world. How ironic it is that my trusted servants have betrayed me, and it is you, descendants of the formerly insignificant ones, who remember me. Excellent, you have done well, as such you shall be rewarded. I'll grant each of you a stick of incense. Just kneel and bow down to me sincerely with it on your heads, and praise the name of Ghost King Lin Feng in your mind. Those who sincerely offer their worship for me can each obtain spiritual energy that will aid them in their cultivation. We thank your majesty for this honor and grace. You probably don't know of this, but I once raised 100 ghost generals and kept them sealed in a ghost rearing well somewhere in my former residence to prevent them from wreaking havoc before falling into my long slumber. With the assistance of these 100 ghost generals as well as your own, the battle is already predetermined. No one can stop me from returning to the top of the world. 100 ghost generals, show yourselves. A few moments later. Where are my 100 ghost generals? Show yourselves on the field at once. Juqi, Wang Yi Du Lu Tianjiu Yi Ba. Ghost General Hung Bai, come forward now. 2,000 years later. Ghost General Hung Bai has come to heed His Majesty's summons. Why did the 100 ghost generals not obey my call? And why did the only one to appear, Ghost General Hung Bai, perish from lack of energy? Could there be something wrong with the ghost rearing well? Oh, I was wondering why it suddenly disappeared in the middle of the live stream ghost fight, so it was summoned by you. If it wasn't for my stupid birds tracking skills, I wouldn't have had a single clue that you guys were near me this whole time. Lowly slave descendant, was it you who exterminated my 100 ghost generals? Oh, you're so imposing. Should I call you Ghost King Lin Feng now? Benefactor, Lin Feng's energy is so intense, it's enough to be captured on camera. That guy has refined his body, so he's probably totally recovered his power. You have to be careful. It will be even better if we can get it on camera. The live stream will surely pop. Oh, that's right, you girls. Keep your distance and hide while you're shooting. Don't come over. It's gonna get really loud here. Hey, Xie Yan actually dared to drop in. He's really got some nerve. He doesn't think he can wrestle with His Majesty now that he's regained his power, does he? Gentlemen, it's time for us to show off before His Majesty. How brazen of you, Xie Yan, you must have a death wish. King Snake, swallow him up. I was wondering why so many distinguished shaman families suddenly popped up in Xiashui. So you have been Lin Feng's cronies for quite a while now. Hey, this black python of yours is pretty resistant to a beating, it kinda has the strength of a ghost general. He crushed Brother Peng's guardian spirit with just one blow. I knew he was strong, but to be this strong is unheard of. Your Majesty, your servant is incompetent. No harm, there's indeed something mystical about this brat that can't be dealt with by the likes of you. Just kneel and praise my name without any further action. His Majesty favors us. What are you people doing? Are you giving your fellow classmate, Ghost King, a shot in the arm? Now that you're here, Xie Yan, stay. Though I have no idea what this crazy fuss you're doing is all about, as the old saying goes, what my enemy wishes, I must destroy therefore. Ultimate demonic bills, may hell be your afterlife. What's going on here? Why did they suddenly blow up? I've trained my eyes to make anyone I stare at explode, so you better not kneel down to Lin Feng anymore, or I'll open my eyes wide and you'll all blow up. Xie Yan, how dare you? Why not? No. He's right, just one glance at the Pang family patriarch and he exploded. What kind of monstrous power is that? Anyone else? What guts you all have? Kneel down and continue worshipping. No sincerity at all. There's not even a drop of belief arising from your worship now. So don't blame me for forcibly sucking it out. What's happening? I can't control my body, my head hurts. I can feel my spiritual energy rapidly draining away. Alas, I feel sorry for you all, so how about this? As long as you muster up the courage to defy your master and break free from his control, at least I'll give you a way out, so that you can have a slight chance of fleeing with your lives. Xie Yan, no, Grandmaster Xie Yan. Grandmaster Xie Yan, your mercy knows no bounds. Yes, that's it, you can't just blindly obey if you want to live, you have to fight back. This isn't ancient times, why would you not act like proper men, but be someone else's dog instead? Don't be like some antique scholar who talks about masters and servants day in and day out over and over again. Don't tell me everyone has to be born a slave. You're all just mere slaves, yet you dare to rebel? From the moment you entered my service, your lives were not your own. Oh dear, it looks like you're even more ruthless than me. Whatever, I can't go easy on you, so I'll just blow them all up. Ultimate demonic bliss. May hell be your afterlife. Very well, Xie Yan, you have managed to provoke my ire, supernatural transformation, Ghost King prominent body. All of those explosions and you're not dead, as expected of the Ghost King. Go into the abyss of nightmares and carefully reflect light upon your actions. The abyss of nightmares again? The divine impact of Zen doesn't seem to be able to deflect that, huh? I thought I was going to have to waste my finger of nirvana again, but I didn't expect it would be settled like this. I don't know if it's because of the transcendental spirit nurturing technique, or the spirit casting and soul consolidation technique, but this silly bird can help me by taking on the burden of spiritual attacks now. Your guardian spirit is just the lowest low-grade white owl, but it can actually dispel the abyss of nightmares I cast in my current state. Xie Yan, oh Xie Yan, why did you have to resist? You don't wish to sleep peacefully for all eternity in a dreamland. Yet you stubbornly choose such a miserable death by thou sands of swords piercing through your heart? 10,000 swords of mystical Yin. Divine impact of Zen. Reflect. That's quite the defense, but it's a shame that my 10,000 swords of mystical Yin are infinite. You can't stop them huh? Finger of flowery swords, bend and tarm as I please. Enough with your high and mighty act. You're a very intimidating prick, but you're not so intimidating if I put a hole in your skull, are you? I should give you a nickname later. How about Ghost King with a hole for his head? International Movie Studio. Psychic Xie is live streaming again. Is this a movie or what? Those special effects seem quite realistic. No way, buddy, haven't you heard about Xie Yan, the famous live streamer? Look at the sky, everyone. Oh, how come the sky has darkened like what we saw in the live stream? It's filled with dark clouds all of a sudden. Did they plan this ahead? The streamers are working so hard to win popularity nowadays. Wait a minute, isn't this that abandoned house in the suburbs? Filming in a place this close to us? I feel as if I were really there. Benefactor, your live stream is going viral. Now there are 5 million people watching your live stream. Please go easy on him, by the way. We would run out of content for today if he died too fast. It's not that easy, he's got an artificial body, he's self-regenerating like a ghost. Didn't expect you could land a hit on me, guess I've underestimated you. By Ming Ming, connect my mic to the live stream, I want to interact with the audience. Alright, done. Guys, I'll show you how I chop off this bastard's head. This ghost is a special one, he's pretty damn powerful. Let's bet on how many blows he can take before his death, shall we? Benefactor, someone just donated $150 to see you sever his limbs. Got it. // My body is solely constructed with the invisible Yin energy. My head, arms, legs, and other appendages can all be severed and I'll still be fine. Xie Yan, stop making such futile attempts. Benefactor, someone just donated $15 to see you kick that guy in the guts. Okay. Take this. A human would have either died or at least lost his balls after my kick. Don't worry, guys. Those who are familiar with my live stream would know ghosts can't be killed that easily. He's certainly still going to recover from this. How annoying, Xie Yan, turn that thing off now. Oh, he's got quite the attitude. You're not scared, are you, dear viewers? He's taken so many blows from me yet he still seems fine. If I was fighting those ghost generals, they would have dissipated already. How sturdy on earth is he? Finger of Flowery Swords is quite power-consuming. He may tire me out if this keeps up. I can't keep playing with him anymore. I'll finish him off with this move. Break into pieces. Finger of Flowery Sword, 50 consecutive cuts. He's still alive? I'm running out of internal power. Xie Yan, are you despairing now? Today, I'll show you how I, Lin Feng, win my reputation as the Ghost King. Whirlwind of Silence, Palm of Thunderous Wrath. Guardian of Rebound Zen. Still got the power to do that. Guardian of Rebellion Zen's recoil force was forcibly smashed. No wonder entering the small world cost me 500 origin points. He is so powerful. He may reach the pre-celestial stage in the main world if he uses all his power. My internal power is consuming so fast, I almost can't hold on even with the effect of the national spirit. I'm afraid I won't be able to resist for even 10 seconds at this rate, unless I use Finger of Nirvana to recover my power. But this won't solve the problem. It won't buy me much time, even if I drained all my lifespan. I've been acting for the live stream for so long and harvesting so many origin points continually. I wonder if I can upgrade Finger of Flowery Swords to level 4 now? Even if I can't finish Lin Feng with the upgraded skill, I can still ascend to a new cultivation level and ease the situation with that. I've only got about 1,600 origin points now. That's less than I thought. It's not a surprise to me, though. Only a very small number of people would express extremely strong emotions towards the main actor when they're watching a movie. The majority of people are only watching me for fun. It's good that I've got a large number of viewers at least. Now I'll first try to upgrade the skill to level 4. System message: your cultivation level has been improved. Current level, post-celestial stage, the 9th level. Reflect. A last desperate attempt before death? Not bad for you to have blocked some of my power. Huh. Finger of Flowery Swords, Withering Strike. Oh, this trick again? Feudal resistance. You think so? You are already dead. This feeling, what did you do? My body is disintegrating from rapid erosion. How could it be? No. At level 4, Finger of Flowery Swords inflicts erosion on the opponent's body with sword energy. The opponent's body will disintegrate from the inside without special measures to resist the erosion. But it takes too much internal power to use it. That attack has drained all the power I've gained from reaching the 9th level of the post-celestial stage. It's really meant to be an ultimate skill that can only be used once. Once I use it, either I or my enemy shall die. The good thing is that it worked on Lin Feng after all. Lin Feng has completely destroyed. You've finished this mission. The reward is 2,000 origin points. You will be sent back to the main world in 10 seconds. Please get ready. It's time to go back to the main world again. The mission here was so dangerous. There's still much time before the half-year deadline though. What a waste. Ghost King Lin Feng has been eliminated. Darkness has finally been defeated. The light of justice shines on this land once again. This is the end of today's live stream. Follow Psychic Xie's channel, and we'll show you a magnificent fantasy world. It was a thrilling fight. I was so scared that I almost stammered at the end. Huh, where is Qinger? Qinger, she's going to look for Master Xie Yan. He has just fought a battle after all, and now it is certainly a good time to engage in some more intimate activities. Please keep this a secret. My soul has been hurt in that battle. I'm afraid I'll have to sleep for a long time. Even if I wake up one day, I may no longer remember you. So do not worry about me, you and your friends can do whatever you want. Master Xie Yan, how could this happen? Remember to urge Bai Mengmeng to practice psychic arts and take good care of yourself. Do not be fooled by evil men, okay? Do not cry, I'm just falling asleep, I'm not really dead. I will take care of you until you wake up. Qinger is really gentle and considerate. I am a little reluctant to leave her, but all things will come to an end eventually. What the hell are you doing, stupid bird? What the hell? Wait, spit it out. Stupid bird. The branch marching of sect in Tsufing City. I'm back? What the hell just happened? Did you just swallow Qinger, you dumb thing? Get the hell out. What the hell is this? That stupid bird has turned into an egg? System panel. Wait, how come I can combine these two skills all of a sudden? I couldn't do this before. Forget it, I'll give it a try. System, activate the evolution function, combine Spirit Herald and Spirit Nurture. It has turned into enhanced Spirit Nurture after the combination. It's cracking? Qinger? Master? Master. I've become your guardian spirit. Wait a minute, are you a new persona of that stupid bird, or are you Qinger? What is this all about? I'm the little owl. It was assimilated by me. I think the spirit enhancement arts you were practicing changed the little owl. I wanted to follow you so badly, and a thought influenced it. Then the owl ate me because it wanted to upgrade. The owl happened to be short of a soul, and I filled right in. I can be with you forever from now on, Master Xie Yan. Anyway, I'm glad you are still you. I was worried that you might vanish after that silly bird ate you, but you came back to spirit. You are so gentle to me. What that silly bird did somehow benefits me. Even my lifespan is doubled. Where are my manners? I shouldn't have woken up so early. I have to cultivate for a while before changing my forms at will. I can't keep a perfect state yet. I shouldn't have let you see me like this. It's okay, you have plenty of time to cultivate, take your time. It's probably my fault. I used origin points to make Qinger hatch earlier, but it took away her practice time. Looks like sometimes using origin points to upgrade isn't a good thing. Oh right, where are we now? I don't think we're in Xiashui City. It's a long story. I'll start with the very beginning. Later, I told Qinger about my experience in the main world as a story. I don't understand the system thing, so I changed the story about it to I was chosen to travel to multiverses to broaden my horizon. When I return with a successful end, I will become an immortal. What an exciting experience, fascinating. Ji Chan Wu and Xie Yan request to see you, Mr. Xie. Didn't you just mention those names in your story? I'm not surprised to hear Ji Chang Wu's visit, but Xie Yan comes with him? That's strange, I'll see what they're up to. Half an hour later. That is today's arrangements, Mr. Xie. Okay, I see. Ji Chang and Xie Yan seem completely oblivious to Qinger. Sure enough, even in the main world, most people still cannot perceive spiritual entities. Changwu's intention is clear to me now, and you? You've done nothing since you came in. Are you here to see me? But the main world is full of powerful cultivators. Those in the pre-celestial stage have acute senses and they can probably see spirits. Even Ji Yuntao might be able to see Qinger with his mantra of Middle Heaven Polaris too. I didn't come here to see you, I'll only ever want to see Child Ji's handsome face. I just received a message from my master, asking me to check if you are doing your duty as the branch leader for her. Although you are not as gentle and strong as Child Ji is, at least you are a branch leader of the marching sect. You should at least show some leadership like Child Ji does. As an assistant, I will do my best to supervise you. I'm pissed off. Master is much better than whoever that Ji is. Calm down, Xie Yan is just Ji Yuntao's fangirl. Although I do not like Ji Yuntao, degrading her idol in front of her is not my style. She is simple. I don't mind her words. Yenner, Ji Yuntao belongs to the righteous sect. He is not one of us. Don't do anything detrimental to our sect because of your temporary feelings for him. Senior Chan Wu, I won't bring my personal feelings to work. Humph, I can't just sit back and watch her disrespect Master Xie. I can feel how my power has grown a lot after becoming Master's guardian spirit. It is a good chance to. I just wanted to let Xie, Mr. Xie knows which example he should follow. Child Ji Yuntao is the true definition of. My master doesn't need any examples. Ghostly enchantment. Yenner, what's wrong with you? Ji Yuntao? Who cares about that guy? No one could ever match Mr. Xie's power and wisdom now that I'm thinking about it. Yenner? I was blind to have liked another man. Mr. Xie is so smart and handsome. How come I never realized this? From now on, Mr. Xie shall be the sun, moon, and stars to me. He'll be my only love forever. Yenner? Did you get poisoned? Mr. Xie, I'll be your maid from now on. Xie, you've gone too far. You've got me. You've gotten bolder, haven't you? How come I didn't even know you've got this trick up your sleeves? I just couldn't stand her attitude and played a little prank. I'll never do this again. Please don't get mad at me, master. But there's still another person present. He must have realized that something has gone wrong. Mr. Xie, what are you muttering about? What happened to Yenner? Don't worry, master. I can rewrite a person's memory during, before, and after possession. They won't realize anything. Mr. Xie, who on earth are you talking to? Master, although I've become stronger than before, these two are about the most powerful cultivators I can possess now. It's so exhausting to possess two people, since I'm working so hard to make up for my naughtiness. Will you forgive me, master? Pretty please? No more possession without my approval from now on. Now go rewrite Ji Chengwu's memories. He seems to have vaguely noticed something. Ghostly enchantment. Mr. Xie, you are my only leader. I will serve you to the end of my life. In the streets of Tsufing City. Look, I'm about to conquer this place. So bustling. I'll take you for a hike when the weather is cooler. Great, we can go tomorrow. I'm a guardian spirit. I don't fear heat or coldness. I sense something, over there. Master Xie Yan? No wonder, it's Xie Daoyun, her chest, ahem, the jade before her chest is resonating with me again. But why are they gathering now? What are they up to? We are honored to serve God's favored ones like you, Child Ji, Miss Xie. I'll skip the formality and toast you, Child Ji. What's to serve? Every place has its rules, and I'm just following them. Daoyun and I are trying to get some cold iron mine shares for our sects, and you don't want the Maching sect to get the biggest share. We are peers who head in the same direction. I didn't expect the formal disciple of the Taishian sect would be so thoughtful while dealing with common folks like us. How admirable. I can brag about that for at least 10 years. I'd like to continue our conversation, but I found an uninvited guest. Who dares to eavesdrop? Show yourself. Someone's eavesdropping? There's no one. This tea house is my personal asset. To prevent someone from eavesdropping, I installed alarms from Tianji store. People below the pre-celestial stage are hard to get near. I've scanned the surroundings with my senses and found nothing. Perhaps I was too sensitive. I can't help overthinking. Strange, I suddenly felt like someone was watching outside the window. Was that just in my head? Looks like I need to take a shower and lit incense to calm and improve myself. Let's call it a day, everyone. The chessboard and pawns are ready anyway. My goal is achieved. Now all I need to do is lure these four shrewd people with interests, and let them be on my side. Take care, Child Ji, Miss Xie. Thank you for your efforts in the court in advance. It was so close, Master Xie Yan. It seems that the man who's not as good looking as you could sense my presence. I couldn't hear the last part of their conversation. I failed you. That's Jian Tao. He cultivates mantra of Middle Heaven Polaris. He could even sense spirits with that. I didn't hear the whole story, but I can tell they're working together to get the cold iron mine shares of the Maching sect. I wonder what means they will use to get that. We'll stay alert and watch them in the dark for now. But before that, Qinger, didn't Xie Daoyun sense you just now? You mean the girl in a veil? No, she couldn't. Good, I need your help with another thing. I won't let you down this time, Master Xie Yan. An hour later. She can't see me. Wow, she's pretty. When I'm stronger, I'll grab her and let her be Master Xie Yan's maid. Master Xie Yan wants a jade pendant. It should be before her chest. Who's there? Nothing. Why was my chest itchy and my internal power was triggered to protect myself? I used to cultivate in peace alone at my sect, but my master insisted on letting me experience the outside world. Do I have a devil inside because of worldly experience? It hurts badly. She can emit internal power to hurt spirits? The moon is so bright. I should practice my swordsmanship in the yard to clear my mind. The feeling comes back. My heart is as clear as the moon's reflection in the lake. My body is like a boat above the sea. I can see the moon above me as a mirror while rowing on the boundless sea. Whether it's a devil inside or not, I'll eliminate it with my mind's sword. I can't let Master down. Hang in there. Touched it. You have found calamity-proof Rui, damaged, a phosto-celestial stage artifact, number of uses 1/1. A product of an advanced-level celestial civilization. Because of its damage, it can only solve one last-minute emergency. Traces show that it has been used several times by higher life forms. But because they didn't have celestial power, it wasn't consumed. Detected host doesn't have any celestial power. Would you like to proceed with 250 origin points? A post-celestial stage artifact, calamity-proof Rui? This message looks very much alike with the one when I inherited Finger of Nirvana. Why would it pop out? Did something happen to Chinger? Whatever. I have got many origin points lately. I'll hit yes. Power in the artifact has been infused into your body, generating feasible solutions according to your conditions. Attention, this solution will alter Finger of Nirvana, and the change is irreversible. Continue? Alter Finger of Nirvana? It seems the calamity-proof Rui is for solving emergencies. I'll bet on it, yes. The Finger of Nirvana feature has been altered. When there's not enough celestial power to use Finger of Nirvana, it will cost origin points instead of your lifespan. Crap, Finger of Nirvana only costs origin points now? My survival cheat tool has returned. I don't have to worry if Finger of Nirvana will drain my lifespan. My head hurts. What's going on? Chinger. What happened? The guardian spirit lives with its host, but Chinger is reborn from my mind after getting badly injured. Who hurt her? I'm sorry, Master. I couldn't take the jade pendant here. The girl hurt me, and I had to resurrect here. You've done a good job. She kept trying to snatch the jade pendant and take it here, and I received a message that I could use it in the meanwhile. Does it mean that what Chinger touches can be used by me? Let me heal you, Finger of Nirvana. Consumed 50 origin points on Finger of Nirvana. But I couldn't make it to bring it here. I've succeeded, silly. I thought Xie Yan couldn't sense you. Why could she hurt you so badly? She can't see me, but her internal power would be triggered and burn me to ashes once I touch her. I'm sorry, I didn't think everything through, which led to your suffering. I made a rash decision. Xie Yan comes from the Fanxin sect, a righteous sect. The martial arts she studies seem to have a natural restriction to ghostly beings. With you caressing me, I don't feel tired at all. Well, then I'll caress you more. I feel like I'm caressing a kitten. I hope I'm not raising her in the wrong way. Thanks to Chinger, my worries are gone, and Finger of Nirvana has been relieved. Now I can mess around freely.